as well go ahead and do the disclaimer again.
There will be some cuss words. I'm sorry for last week's show where I used the F word multiple times. But I'm not a perfect person, and I may say fuck once in a while. So
it happens. It
deal with
happens,
it.
Man.
Your parents might not always be there, so you might need a guardian.
Guardian advisory. I'm pretty anxious about the Dodgers game tonight. I'm just gonna keep bringing it back to the MLB.
My name is Cedric. I love the Redskins, and I just so happen to be black. Deal with it.
I'm Paul, and I'm also ready for this Dodgers game because they're gonna lose.
Nah.
And he's black, so deal with it.
White mixed.
And I'm Sean, and I don't really have a dog in that fight as far as the Dodgers go, so, you know. I've already used a dog fighting analogy in the first 2 minutes, so we'll expect PETA's calls ASAP as possible.
We love you, PETA.
Showing athletes murdering animals and shit.
Yeah.
They're bad.
I actually had somebody come into work today wearing one of the people eating tasty animals shirts where it just like
Replace the whole acronym.
Yeah. And I'm like, this is just not as clever as you think you are.
Yeah. Show like the GIF we have on our like little website is just that bird being smashed by a baseball.
I'm
We can do that.
Oh, the Randy Johnson.
The Randy
Yeah.
thing.
We'll definitely do that.
That's it.
Or it could just
like
be a
on
T-shirt
repeat,
of a cartoon Randy Johnson doing it.
but with a missile.
But we won't put his number. We'll just give him the stash, so we don't have to pay him.
How are people going to see the stash? If he's how are they going to see his mustache if he's not facing us?
He's just trying to distract us all from the fact that his Nats are down in the top of the 8th.
What's the score?
The
Still
Nats are
2-0,
down in the top of the 8th.
Will you do that the whole?
Sean's doing it.
Do what? And for the Nationals point of view, we're going to throw it over to our resident Nationals specialist, Cedric. Cedric, what you got for us?
We're fucking losing. We're fucking losing. It's terrible. There's children crying.
No, you gotta be more like.
Some lady died.
You gotta do the delay first.
Hi,
Hi, Sean, down here at the dugout. It's a loud one here. But
It's
these
a
down
Rockets
fans
one.
don't quit.
Oh, man. Let's go Nationals. You can do it.
So losing, that must be weird for you.
Not being from D.C. That's all we do. All we do is lose no matter what. We try really hard, then they always kick our butt. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was right off the top of the dizome.
Some people have called Los Angeles the city of champions. James Schmitz, what do you think?
I mean, I'd agree with that for two teams.
Brilliant.
I need the Angels to go back to Anaheim, though. I'm sick of them trying to encroach. We don't need two of every team in Los Angeles.
That's true.
Y'all gotta give the people of Los Angeles just something to hate each other about.
What, just whether or not
Never
you
gonna
consider
happen.
them Los Angeles team?
Never gonna happen. They
There's
hate
gotta
each
be
other
two
because
for
they're Crips
everything.
and Bloods there. That's the most thing. That they
Yeah, and the
hate each
Crips
other.
are like Rams fans.
That's real.
So
But both teams are kind of blue.
Because of blue, right?
Yeah.
But both teams are blue.
Yeah.
Doesn't work. Go stand outside.
I didn't
No,
make
I'm
the
just
rules.
kidding.
Well, you could say Crips and Bloods like the Rams, but no one likes the Chargers.
That's real shit.
Yeah, clearly.
No, but if we're talking about baseball, the Dodgers and the Angels are blue and red.
Yeah, no,
True.
that's probably.
Because let's face it, the Chargers aren't staying in LA very long.
They're already talking about moving back.
Already.
They need to. I feel sad for the city of San Diego. They've had them for so long.
That's real.
Then they just get a year of probation. They break up for a year, get back together.
Didn't they
That'd be
do
cute.
that in Cleveland?
I think it was Cleveland
Cleveland
for 2 years.
Wait,
3 years?
3, I think. Cleveland went to Baltimore. Baltimore went to Indianapolis. That's how it went. Yeah, the Baltimore Colts left and went to Indianapolis. Then the Browns went to Baltimore, and then the Browns just threw a team back in Cleveland.
Yeah, they throw a team in Cleveland every year.
It was part of the expansion, right? Wasn't it at the same time?
Yeah,
as the
Cleveland was a
Texans
part of the
and
expansion.
No, the Texans
Jaguars.
came in 02.
Speaking of the Indians and their mascot, but they're tied up with the Yankees, 8-8 in the bottom of the 12th. It's gotta be a pretty.
What's the
game.
score in the Nats game?
Still 2-0, man.
Gosh darn it!
Well, actually, Billy needs to refresh this because it still says Zobrist is up to the plate, and it said that for the last 10 minutes.
Does our game come on at 10?
Oh yeah, it's like 9:30 our time.
Okay.
Because it's like 7:30 their time.
What we got?
In LA.
Yeah, that sucked when I lived
3
in
to
Arizona,
nothing?
having to deal with
Gosh.
that. I wake up super early to watch football too.
Right?
Mhm.
How long did you live in Arizona?
2-3 years.
Word. Did you live in Phoenix?
Cool.
I lived in Chandler. It's close to Phoenix. I went to a bunch of Diamondback games.
I remember going to a Diamondback game. I got one of those, those mini bats you can collect at
Mm-hmm.
ballparks. I got one of those from there. And I told myself I was going to get one from every single ballpark. And then
Life hit you right in the nuts.
on the way out from the ballpark, I believe I was caught beating my brother with it. So I was not allowed to get any more mini bats.
Oh no.
Yeah. I mean, for the size of...
They do
how
these
big I
kids
was, it
just
might as well
straight
be.
up weapons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it might as well
Think
be a
about it.
baton. It was a mini club.
Yeah, they were nice size. I had
pretty
one.
firm.
I had one from my dad got it from Camden Yards a long time ago. And then I got it. I think
It was the old logo too. It was the A that had the turquoise and the purple on it or whatever.
Those are my favorites.
I don't know
Those
what
are
it
cool
is, but I
jerseys.
love jerseys that have purple in them.
Y'all are going kind of the heel. The
Yeah,
look
I
of
don't
the
really.
heel. You look like right now the jerseys y'all wear look like a bad guy jersey in a movie.
We've had them for a while. I don't really like the when we wear all the black and red and then the random teal.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It was horrible. And that's what they wore the other night.
Still not as bad as the Rockies in their sleeveless uniforms.
Oh yeah,
Those
forever.
things are awful.
Come on.
Ah, they're awful. I'm not a fan of the Rockies anyway, but they're
Really
just bad.
You just said you like purple in uniforms. You like the Rockies uniform?
I do.
That's a pretty good uniform. You like the Kings, Sacramento Kings?
I do. It's one of my favorites.
There you go.
The Los Angeles Lakers. Thank you
No.
very much.
For some reason, that
Too
I
much
don't like the way
clash.
the yellow and the purple mix.
It's
But the
gold.
purple and
Oh,
black is
excuse
really
me.
good.
Excuse me.
Gold.
Gold.
Actually,
Excuse me,
LA
gold.
Kings in hockey, right?
They used to have purple.
Aren't they
Now
black
they're
and purple? Or
they're
just
straight up black
now?
and silver now.
I thought
Yeah,
they might have
the
changed.
Gun Raiders.
They have the
that's
coolest
a good one.
looking.
Keep going. I
Jerseys,
want to hear
though.
what else.
I mean, the Minnesota Vikings look slick. They just don't have any alternates. It's
The
it's always
purple people eaters. It's
Yeah,
just straight.
yeah.
I
purple.
like that.
Is there color rush this year? Just gonna be
Straight. I think it's solid purple.
Just
or-
solid
or
purple with,
They
like,
wore
the-
gold one year. and
Yeah,
it was
gold.
horrible.
Yeah,
God, that would
gold.
look
It was
awful.
straight gold. I think it was.
that would look bad.
Now I'm thinking about it. Hey, let's look that up.
The color rush jerseys.
Yeah.
We have all the light blue.
The Redskins.
We look like a
have-
Let's keep an
highlighter.
eye. Let's keep an eye on the MLB going on because I mean it's October, man.
Yeah.
And we're back with our latest segment, keeping an eye on it. Jay, what's happening?
We're keeping an eye on the 8-8 Yankees game.
So don't be worried when you're listening to this a week, a year, 2 years from now. We'll keep you updated on that score.
Because it's not live.
I mean, the Yankees
was
are hot
good.
right now. They did not look like they were going to even make it into the postseason. They scratched into it,
Yeah.
and now, I mean, they are just on fire.
Yeah.
And it is the right time to be hot.
Yeah.
Jags are
That-
gold.
They always are. They look
Yeah,
awful.
What
too.
else
that
we
looks
got?
terrible. Their helmets
The
were bad. The
Saints.
matte colors, the
If
flat.
they would just go solid black.
That'd
Yeah,
that'd
Jags
cool.
uniform's not very.
Just you know what? Just embrace
Look at that.
the
It was
logo.
the Ravens.
I always, you
That
know,
looks so good.
one of my favorite
You do
uniforms of
dig
any
the purple,
team.
man.
That looks
You
so
really do
good.
dig the
Let
purple.
me get a look at it. Look at that.
You know, I don't really like that
Goodness
too much,
gracious.
but one of my favorite all-time jerseys is when the Ravens do all black.
Yeah.
You know,
On a night
Me
game.
too.
If they do it
On
in
a
the
night
daytime,
game,
it
yeah.
looks weird.
all black on a
Really?
night game. One.
Yeah.
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 Did they even let you do that?
They had some good games against
Yeah.
the Patriots
They just did it the
while
other
wearing
day.
all black.
Yeah.
It was,
No, I remember when they first got there, where they wore purple on black, like purple top, black trowel, and I was like, I don't know if I can be a Redskins fan anymore. These jerseys
Who
are
is
so
this?
dope. Baltimore. I was like, I don't know. These uniforms, that purple and black, is killing me right now. And then they were kind of playing pretty good. I was like, man, the Redskins, man, if they trash, I don't know how much longer I can be a Redskins fan because I love these jerseys. And then it just kept getting better. And then the only one I really didn't like was when they went to purple on white, and they wore that for a long
Oh
time.
no,
They
the
won for a
Miami
long time.
Miami ones are all orange.
I like those.
Like a creamsicle.
Looks like the old Denver or the old.
I feel like they
Tampa
always
Bay
win whenever
Browns.
they rock the all orange.
Oh, they sure do.
I feel like the Browns.
Look like a doo-doo pop.
I feel like the Dolphins
Deucicle.
should just stick with teal. You know, I feel like every time they do orange, they just look terrible.
I think they should go back to their old jerseys and skip to 0 and get back with that hero. Oh, really?
What?
You gotta wait
Where's
like
that?
you have to wait a certain amount of years before you can change your logo again.
Is it how long do you have to wait?
They have to have enough time to market all that.
I like.
shit,
You know
and
what?
then-
I like. Go. Can you go back to the I like that.
It does
You
look
guys
good.
don't like
With
that?
the blue? No, I like it a lot.
I like.
I like
I like
the
it.
all navy blue way better.
I
The
did.
the dark blue. Was
Yeah,
great.
yeah. But that.
I mean, it's not a
That does
horrible
look
one
good.
by any means. It's hard to watch the game.
We're talking
for
about the
me.
Titans. NFL color rush.
Yeah,
By the way,
it does look good. The Chargers actually look good.
let's see 'em. I don't like the Rams.
I hate the Rams.
Yeah, fuck the
those
Rams.
Not the,
Chief
not the,
ones.
the team in general, no,
No, fuck
but
them.
Those Chief ones. God, I
Ugh,
hate it.
yee.
That scared
That's
me.
y'all.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
terrible. The Redskins.
How do you not go
color
all
rush is
burgundy for that?
That's like
That's what I was saying. Like how do you go that way?
dehydrated pea yellow.
Oh my goodness. Is that the Bills?
yeah, they're gonna be all red. How weird is that?
The guy.
That looks phenomenal.
I like
the
that
Jets
better
are
than
all
all
green.
white
I wonder if
jerseys.
they're playing around Christmas.
That'd be good.
That'd be
Yeah,
amazing. If
if
the
they could
NFL
do
knew
that.
what they were doing, they would make that the Christmas Day game.
But they don't. They don't know what they're doing. They never do. The NFL.
They've had the green, like all green Jets and all red Bills before. I don't know if it was before Christmas though.
Is that the Giants? They're doing all white for their color rush. Lame.
that's the
Lame.
I like the Seahawks.
Yeah, the Seahawks.
Lime mask.
They look like the Seattle Xbox.
That's probably the idea.
Yeah.
It looks like a created team that you'd see in like Blitzed League.
Oh, all black for the Steelers. I guess they overdid the all yellow. They're doing too many teams are all yellow this year.
These are all the ones
Give
from
us-
2016, by the way.
They're probably the same.
We should go ahead and make our choices bracket style for October.
Okay.
MLB. We just who's gonna win the series and why?
Postseason.
Quick enough, right?
Do we have a bracket
To look at?
here?
We could,
Or are
we
we
could
just going
totally
off of-
Yeah, they-
pull up
They can pull one up.
pull up ESPN. I guarantee they got one.
They sure do.
Yeah, we should look into that.
Have that pulled up.
The postseason picture.
All right, well, why don't you start us off?
Well, I mean, the first one it's almost pretty decided because Houston's up on Boston 2-0 already, so I'm gonna go ahead and call that one for Houston. As far as the Yankees Indians, Yankees already got the first one, right? Or was it No, Cleveland Indians got the first one, and they're tied right now 12-12. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna call that one for Cleveland. I think that they're the better team. I think they were the representative from that side anyway last year. So, it's
What?
3-0 now in the
Nice.
bottom of the 8th. So that means they scored in the top of the 8th. Maybe Zobrist with that 12-minute at bat. All right. So yeah, let's call that. But I think the following round, Houston and Cleveland. I think Houston's gonna go. I think they're the better team this year, all around. So from the AL, I'm calling it for Houston, and then from the NL, I would love to see Washington knock off
I bet you would.
Chicago. Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
absolutely would. Oh my god, yeah, I would. I'd much rather play. I'd much rather play your Nationals.
What? you guys have one. You guys have one good pitcher, and that's it.
Oh, that is
Wait,
just not
so
true.
what are all the series at right now?
I believe the only ones. This one has not started. This one, the first game's tonight. And that's the one that's 3-0 Cubs. Cleveland already has a game over New York. But Houston has 2 games over Boston as of today. That's where all of them are. And I think if I'm going to cover the side, I think between LA and Washington, I think LA is going, of course.
Okay.
So it's going to be LA and Houston.
I disagree.
LA and Houston for the chip. And it's the Dodgers' year, man. It's the Dodgers' year.
Go ahead and tell them what the ramifications are if the Dodgers win.
Oh, I'm not going to tell them that. We'll talk about it when they get closer. I'm not going to jinx it. I'm talking about when it gets closer.
That's fair. I respect that.
Right.
Word.
I'm a superstitious baseball fan.
I'm not superstitious, but
I don't know.
I am a little stitious.
Sean, you wanna call him like I just called him?
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be all big markets this year, and I like a Sox Yankees ALCS, and then a Cubs Dodgers NLCS, and then I like a Dodgers Yankees finale,
Ooh, I would love that.
and then I
I
like the
think-
Yankees
I
to
think-
win it all.
I'd like to watch that.
That would be fantastic.
I'd like to watch
I would
that.
chomp at the bit to get tickets to that too.
And the Yankees.
Ooh. No, it wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen though. That's the thing. It wouldn't. It's
Alright.
cool that you think that, but it wouldn't.
But
Happen. They're hot. They're not that hot.
But I think
They're
it
not
would
that
be
high.
really good for baseball ratings wise, especially. But
I
have those
love
two
it.
huge.
It's a lot of
fan
travel
bases.
for a
You know, I
series,
was just-
man. That's
I-
a lot of travel.
I was just thinking just now. I was like, I don't know how many people would want to watch a Houston Nationals.
There's a lot of rich
World
people
Series.
that have
You'd
nothing
be
better to do in
surprised,
Houston.
man.
I mean,
Yeah,
I know,
Houston, baseball's big
I know
in
people
Houston.
will turn it on, but I'm just saying, like, how many? Like, would it be more than that Yankees
No,
LA game? I don't think so.
If they were able to scratch by the skin of their teeth into the
Man.
playoffs and then make it and win the pennant to get into the World Series to play
I think-
their old rival, the Dodgers. I mean, that would be
I
that would
think
be a narrative for baseball this year. Absolutely.
I think if the Yankees made it against anyone except for the Rockies, I don't think anybody want to. I don't think more people will watch that.
Rockies are out.
game. Oh, what am
They
I
left the
talking
wild card game. That
about?
already
Oh, I'm
happened.
looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah, the Twins
No,
and Rockies are gone.
I'm looking at the wrong thing. Well, shoot. I mean, I'd want to watch the Yankees versus all four of those, especially because my
Arizona?
team. Yeah, why not? Why not? That'd be interesting.
The two wild card teams that get in. I guess
Yeah.
that'd be the only narrative that they could really twist is like they both barely got into the offs and then they
Yeah.
I'm
they
looking at
toppled
a
all these.
2001 World Series rematch. Probably not, but
Which one?
Arizona and New York.
Oh,
Was
That's
it,
real.
was it
That turned out to what?
2001? No, that wasn't 2001. 99, 2000?
I'm sure we can look it up.
It's just deleted from
because we got the
world.
internet. Did you guys see that post I put on Facebook today? Did that
No,
crack
I was
you up?
working.
Did that crack you up about the racism? will
Oh my
always
god, the guy
exist?
that said that he was a Native
Oh
American,
yeah,
right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Good lord. Some people, right?
I was like, oh, "Are you fucking?" I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I almost thought he was joking.
You just start looking around like, where's the cameraman?
You know
Like,
what I'm saying?
where is he?
He's walking around with a Confederate flag on and saying that my hat offends him because of his people.
2001.
Boom, I was right. It just
You
didn't
were
feel
one.
right.
You gotta be more
That's really
confident
good,
in
man.
yourself, Paul.
You did it.
But whenever I hear 0-1,
Speaking of being confident in yourself, Sean just
Paul,
called the
Paul
greatest
just
narrative.
laid out the greatest line he's ever laid out.
What?
He said it was about 2001 Diamondbacks, and he said, "Say it again, Paul," on the spot. He said it's all about the 0-1.
Hey.
I forgot how I said it. That's why I
Oh
stopped.
man,
That's real.
Still, I like Sean's
threw it up
narrative
for
that he
ya.
put out there, and it still has the Dodgers in the chip. So what do you have?
What do
What's-
I have?
Yeah, bracket by bracket.
I will save that one for last. I will. They're already up 2-0, so Houston probably. Even though I'm going for the Sox, I've got a shirt.
It makes people fans,
Yeah.
man.
Shout out to Paul.
It's weird because I just think that logo is so funny for the Indians, and that they have the letter C there just to try to ease up the tension.
Oh gosh.
Indians on that one. Houston is really good, and they have been for like 2 or 3 years. I feel it'll be like a probably best of 7 game out of that, and I think they'll beat Cleveland though, because
Yeah.
Cleveland's really good. What was their win streak that they set a record
It
for?
was like 20 some odd
it was-
wins, right?
I felt like for weeks.
Yeah.
they
It
kept
was
hearing about
yeah. They finally broke the Moneyball series. That the whole movie kind of the main thing that he did there was that he got that 20-game win streak, and they broke it, and they took it to like 23
Yeah, that's what I think.
I wanna
That
say it was
sounds-
23
That sounds
total
about right.
wins.
They were
I mean,
demolishing
that's-
people too.
That's
They
insane.
had a couple
Like I
close
said,
games.
it's the time to
but
be hot, right?
Yeah. You got to pick the right time. I learned that in my MLB Road to the Show game. Our LA Dodgers I have a center fielder that plays. He almost got the triple count, but
Cool.
we got to the post. We were on fire. we were on fire. Like 15 straight games going into the postseason. Got to the postseason and got swept.
I was being a dick. I love sports games too. Like
Yeah,
that.
fuck you guys. I know.
Who? I've played sports. And what sucks now is you have to have a PlayStation, whatever the newest PlayStation is, to play baseball games because the Xbox just doesn't fucking do them.
Wanna know why?
Pisses me off, man.
Wanna know why?
Why?
Sony bought the rights to
Womp womp.
to MLB.
They pulled a Madden.
No.
Yeah.
But it's not. That's how the MLB will not sell their rights to like EA Sports or Take-Two or anything like that. But they will sell them to like individual companies and stuff, where it's like only on that.
PlayStation has the rights to college football,
Why do you
This
think
year.
Sony
Do
did
they?
that?
or like they can do all this college football shit, but Microsoft can't.
You
Wait,
see what I'm
Paul,
saying?
What do you think about Sony, or why do you think that MLB is the sport for Sony to do that with?
Because there's not a baseball game out there. And then I'm sorry. Like I'm sorry.
Try again.
Yeah, that was kind of.
So, Sony being you're saying they're exclusive.
With Sony.
MLB is.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you think it's the MLB doing that and like football doesn't do that or basketball doesn't do that?
I do though.
Not exclusively.
No, no,
they're-
no,
they're
There's
yeah.
DirecTV.
I thought we were talking about
Just-
video.
I know
Oh,
we're-
video
we are
game.
talking about
Oh, you're
video
talking about
games.
specifically.
It's
video
similar
games.
though.
Yeah. I mean.
Well, no, but I mean, think about EA
It's
Sports.
just an-
like,
it's an
Madden
exclusive-
is on Xbox, and 2K Sports is like basketball and hockey. Like they're on Xbox.
Right, they're on both
I-
both consoles, but
Because
they
it's EA
have
that
they
makes
have
most of
contracts.
I
They have
don't-
contracts with the league to have the realistic.
With the production company. Yeah.
they are the ones that have the rights to that genre
Oh,
of
yeah.
game. Those are the only. I mean, between EA and 2K, they have
Final.
all of them.
Top of the ninth.
Okay.
Well, anyway, the point I was kind of inferring at was that Sony is based out of Japan, right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
And
Yep.
MLB has a more heavy Asian and Japanese influence than
Right.
football, basketball, even soccer. I mean,
But I think everybody understands dollars and cents, and I think that they understand that if you put a college football game out there that is not from EA Sports, that is not like Madden, that's like 10 times better than Madden, like the only new football game that you can play that isn't Madden, they're gonna be so friggin' rich. It's not even gonna be funny.
As long as they can get the rights
to the
correctly.
teams, yeah.
As long as they can do all the legal stuff.
All they gotta do
Loopholes.
is not fucking make the kids look like the players.
Or even
right.
if they do,
Just
whatever,
randomize the
you
teams.
know how much they had to pay these people? Everyone who had their like the rights, I think it was like 2,000 people. You know how much they all got paid? Like $250 all of them. That's all that happened because what happened was everyone who signed the class action suit, they all split whatever.
Yeah, they all got a percentage. And
whatever
then
the settlement
You know who
was.
really made bank? The lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
well,
anyway.
that's an interesting point though, because there's a players' association in all professional sports. College athletes really don't have any kind of legal representation. They can't unionize.
They kind of had to do all that by themselves.
That was actually something that happened with I think 3 players from Iowa a couple of years ago. 3 players actually went through the legal process of unionizing.
Mm-hmm.
It was a
Northwestern, yeah.
Yeah,
I remember. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
But anyway, I see the Cubs probably sweeping this series against Washington.
Oh, come on, man.
Y'all
Even one
may
game.
steal one,
You
Even with 3-1.
gotta be true to yourself, man.
but I just feel like the Cubs are way better. But Washington, this is another year where they look good.
Thank
If they can't win with Strasburg and Strasburg playing the way how hot he played,
Yeah. But Matt Scherzer's the guy though,
he is a guy.
and Gio Gonzalez is going to be in there. He's going to do his fucking thing too.
He'll be doing his thing.
And then I forget what that other guy's name is, and I feel like it's such a bad fan, but we just got him, I think, from Oakland, and he's doing phenomenal. He has that red beard. I know you guys know who I'm talking about. From Oakland.
The only red beard I know is Turner. He's our third baseman.
Nah, he's a pitcher, and
I think I can see who you're talking about, but I do not know the name.
That guy?
no, that's
No, that's Strasburg.
That's Strasburg. He was doing so good.
Old Tommy John.
Old Tommy John. It's like, what are you doing now that you're in the MLB? It's like, I'm gonna get surgery.
when they like that was the first time I ever heard of shutting a pitcher down. Like, I'm sorry, like I wasn't watching baseball like that, and so, I'm watching. I had probably been watching baseball for probably about like 2-3 years, like actually sitting down and enjoying the games, and they said something about friggin' shutting him down after a certain amount of pitches, and I'm like, what in the fuck are you guys talking about? This guy's playing out of his mind right now. But he's like, he's gonna have to get Tommy John surgery at the end of the year or something like that.
Pretty sure that's him.
Doolittle?
Where?
Sean Doolittle.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
He looks like a
They
ball
still
player.
haven't updated his picture, man.
That's funny.
Anyway,
But anyway, finally, Diamondbacks, Dodgers. Everyone's been, I don't want to say everyone's been sleeping on the Diamondbacks and the Rockies too.
you got Goldschmidt. It's kind of hard to sleep.
Paulie
on.
Goldschmidt and Greinke, but like you said, he played that wild card game.
He did. He's
And,
gonna be back in.
We have some.
We're gonna do 4. We're gonna do game.
He would
3
do
or
game
4?
3. He would do game 3.
Game 3. Yeah.
But man, it's so great to see him back. And the Dodgers were kind of slumping. Not slumping, but
They're not as hot as they were in the middle.
they
of
were
the
like
season.
they were talking about like them beating a record, and then they just decided to stop showing up for work.
It was weird, man. It's like they got too hyped on themselves.
Yeah, and that's what they usually always do, right?
You're absolutely right, man. It's kind of hard to be a fan, man. Ever since Manny Ramirez showed up and actually started taking us into the postseason, ever since then we've been constantly into the postseason, consistently.
Trying to one up yourselves.
But it's just we always get cold at the wrong time.
That's
never
why
hot
I
at the
don't
right
think
time.
y'all are gonna make it. but you will beat Arizona.
Yeah,
Sadly,
yeah.
it sucks to see him back, and then
The Cubs again.
I just don't see it.
God.
Y'all just need to sign
And then I
Manny.
have obviously the
So-
Cubs beating the.
Sign Manny
Dodgers.
right now to like a 10-day contract.
No,
So
They
then,
don't know.
no,
So
we got
then
Throw on the
we're
old
done.
99.
We got Paul. What were you saying?
then we're stuck with the Astros and Cubs, which sounds really.
That would actually be potentially a really good series. It's just it's one of those series that everyone's gonna
Not
be.
a draw.
It's not the Cubs. Oh my gosh, we're gonna break our losing streak. It's
Yeah.
we
That's
just
why
they're
they're
the
not as
defending
cool this year,
champs.
like what we were
Yeah,
talking about
exactly.
earlier.
So you'd find a lot more people pulling for Houston than the Cubs got last year.
Yeah.
The Cubs won't
And
get
Houston
near
was
as
pretty
much
close
support.
when they lost to Chicago. The other Chicago. They can't lose to the second Chicago.
Right, losing to
That
the Sox.
would be
Losing to the
amazing.
Cubs and the White Sox.
Yeah, that would be
Being made fun of by Chicago forever. They can't let
Both
that happen.
sides.
But they will.
All right,
I got
so
Cubs winning it.
you got the Cubs winning it all.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right.
they're gonna go back to back.
I think so.
Ooh, that'd be crazy.
They're the best
Alright, so-
looking team out of all that.
Okay, so whatever. I got Washington taking the Cubs game. Then I got I think LA's gonna. I wouldn't be surprised if LA swept Diamondbacks.
Someone sounds a little salty.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And then I think to be totally honest, I think the Dodgers will beat us, and then I think it will be LA versus.
Y'all are really sold on LA, man.
They're pretty good, man. I'm going Cleveland.
Ooh.
LA Cleveland. I'd enjoy watching that.
So I'm assuming you're taking Houston over Boston? I mean, they already have 2 games in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard to.
Right, you
Take
can't
that away
take the
from
Sox.
them.
But it'd be
That's
cool.
hard to come
like
back.
Sean
Like,
said,
if we
it'd
would
be
have caught
cool to
this a
do
little
that.
earlier, how many of us would have picked Boston?
I don't know.
I probably would have.
Unfortunately, too
I don't
many
think I
of us.
would have.
I mean, but Houston's hot right now, though.
I
like you
never-
said, that win streak. It's kind of hard to doubt that they would win out of 7 right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I
Yeah.
don't care who they're playing. It's kind of hard to say that they wouldn't win out of 7. But Cleveland is still, they're hot right now too.
Yeah.
They're red hot.
Oh.
Their mascots, right?
All right. Cam Newton.
Oh wow, that's a jump.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
He said some shit.
Cam Newton said some things that
Billy, play the tape.
Let's see it.
That's kind of funny. A woman talking about man stuff.
But I felt like he thought it was okay, kind of like when he threw the laptop out of the window.
You just said Cam Mewtwo.
Mewtwo.
But you know,
Cam Neutron?
I honestly think Cam Newton just misspoke. You know, I don't think he meant to be offensive. I don't think that he was like, you know, kind of brushing her off as a, you know, a real reporter or some shit like that. But I think he just was like, you know, it's funny seeing this, you know, in a male-driven, you know, male-dominated league and a male-dominated profession.
He looks like a 70-year-old man in that screenshot.
But look at the purple.
Yeah, this is his like response video.
That's his apology. Yeah.
He did like a minute-long apology video.
And I don't think he should have. I don't think he should have had to apologize because, you know, you took something wrong. You know, that's kind of BS, you know?
What do you mean by they took it wrong? I mean, what was the whole comment?
It wasn't even like a rude comment. It
He
was talking about
He seemed like
practicing routes.
from what I saw, because I didn't really hear it when I saw the replay. It looked like he was trying to flirt with her.
His routes and getting those extra yards. Does that give you a little bit of an enjoyment to see him kind of try to stick the people?
It was a really nice question.
Female talk about routes, right?
Come on. I don't even want to hear the response about it. Come on. Is that it?
It's more like he was saying.
Man.
It's more like he was giving her a compliment. It's just I guarantee you, Cam wish he had that one back.
Yes.
He wishes he had that one back to say it different because it
The way his
looks
face looked, he looked like he knew he fucked up, and he just had to go ahead and answer the question.
Exactly. He kind of did the whole like cheesing it thing, but
Man.
but to be honest, like his initial look, his initial face response, his facial response when she made the comment about getting extra yards and seeing your receivers truck stick people and stuff like that. It's one of those things where it's like he meant to. He didn't, but he meant to give her a compliment. Like, it's funny to see a female know exactly what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to routes. I think that's what he meant.
I
It just
do
came
too.
off totally wrong. Apparently,
Well, so
Cedric
what was-
disagrees.
No,
that it was
no,
that
no,
wrong.
no. I
mouth
agree
thing,
with
though,
you.
Where he did like that.
He did. That was
Because he knew he
that
fucked
was
up.
when, that was what he realized. It's funny. He heard himself say it.
Do you
That's
think
what he said.
That's
He heard himself say.
I
He heard himself
think that's
say.
true.
It's funny to hear a female talk about.
Not
it.
to
I
mention,
believe
he's
that.
probably got a bunch of reporters going like,
Yeah.
Oh,
There's.
shit.
He probably saw the whole room look up.
holy shit, Cam, what the fuck?
They knew.
It's funny to hear a female. What now, Cam?
They knew it. And then you
They
know what
just
happened?
Threw their questions
ESPN.
away.
Yeah. It's
Yes.
like we know what we're covering.
ESPN threw every female reporter at Cam Newton. And then you know what happened? Who is it? Dannon said, nope, peace. Too many women eat yogurt. You're out.
That's what it's about.
Too many people eat yogurt. Nope.
I guess that was Yo Play.
Oh, he missed yo play.
Like a
Paul with
play.
another one. What we got going? Home runs? None. Goodness.
I mean, bottom of the ninth Nationals.
If
How many
they're gonna
outs?
do it. This is when they gotta do it.
How many outs can you see? Bill.
Still stop at 3.
Billiam. All right, who's up? Jason Worth's up.
There.
It's
Oh my God! If anybody can do this, it's Jason Worth.
Are we watching him play the show? and
no,
do this?
Oh my
I'm
God.
pretty sure it's.
No,
it's
I'm serious.
worse. It's the end of the night. It's
they
the end
show
of the
the
night. It's
show
the final.
stuff.
It's the final. Hey, do you guys want to do? You guys want to do college football?
Let's do it.
You guys want to do college? Everyone has a game in mind, right?
Maryland.
And I told my brother. I'd call him.
Okay.
Is everyone cool with that? All right.
All right.
Are we set up to
Hit my
get
mic.
get the phone going? Or what we'll do is we'll just do introduction real fast, kind of let Mike know what's going on, and then
Watch him
and then
watch him be asleep.
we'll start out with.
Does he know we're
the
calling him?
floor state. He does. I told him I'd call him a while ago because I thought we were going to be doing college football a lot earlier, and then we hit the reset button a couple times. But I can call him.
I was about to say, we
do
started.
I could do like a Regis Philbin, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire kind of bit Michael, your brother's here. He's making a pick.
You gotta do it.
He needs your help.
Do it.
All right,
What do you
I'm
have to
calling.
say?
I'm calling him right now. Can we? Everyone can hear.
Is he on
Right?
speaker?
He's on speaker.
Hello.
Hey, Mike, what's going on, man?
Not much.
Hey, Mike.
Just hanging out, watching some of these MLB playoff games.
Hey, Mike.
Pretty nuts. Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's going on in the Yankees game?
Hold on 2 seconds, and I will tell you.
You said you were watching, man. I mean,
I'm
one of them just
I was
ended.
watching the Cubs Nationals game.
That
okay?
game ended,
Calm
man.
down.
It's
Yeah,
over.
Mike, right before we called you
The
live
Indians
on
ended
air.
up winning 9-8.
I
Yeah,
Final
can't
out
hear
in
you right
13
now.
innings.
Okay. So who won?
Indians.
Okay, so Cleveland's up 2-0 in that series.
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Well, you know why we called you. I told you we were gonna call you about college football.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sorry it's so late, man. I know you sound tired. That's my bad.
It's all good. I'm not too tired. I'm used to going to bed by like 10:30 or earlier from my job.
It's not
but
even
luckily it's the
what?
weekend, so we're good.
All right. Well, you got
It's
time.
Friday. Live it up.
I'm having a beer and I've got some stats in front of me. I'm ready to talk some college football.
Mike, you
All
better
right.
take it easy. You better take it easy.
Take it easy, man.
Yeah,
Well,
Mike.
all right. Let's start out. I think the most interesting game any of us want to talk about is the Knowles game. It's probably the most interesting, right? I mean, would you think it's gonna be
I
an
would
interesting
say
game?
it's probably going to be one of the closest.
Dig into it,
It's
Sean.
spread wise. That's all. I'm just saying it's spread wise. Vegas thinks it's the closest. I'm not saying it's going to be.
Michael, what do you think? What are you looking forward to?
Who is it?
I think. Florida State has looked pretty atrocious so far this season. Granted, they did have that hurricane hold them off from actually playing football for a while,
That's
so they
ironic.
Like
kinda
3
had
weeks,
to
right?
remember how to play. I would say Miami's probably going to win this, even though everyone's predicting Florida State to, but that's because I think Miami has the better team this year. They have destroyed essentially everyone they've played by 3 touchdowns each, easy, and their quarterback has thrown for 820 yards and 8 touchdowns this season. That's pretty insane. And that's only in 3 games.
I don't know, Sean. What do you? I mean. what's
Yeah,
your
yeah. I
assessment?
mean, we are terrible for sure.
Awful. That poor kid at quarterback.
Just terrible. Offensive line.
He's a true freshman, right?
Yeah, he's 18 years old and he's just getting pummeled by these grown men
That's crazy.
every
It's
play.
Yeah.
kind of scary. I mean, think about it. If you
And
were
Miami's
18
got a
years
good
old and you're
defense.
getting thrown into an ACC conference that's just killing it this season.
They're really this is like the biggest turnaround I've ever seen in the ACC. I think a few of their teams are doing really well.
Didn't NC State just beat
Oh
Louisville
yeah,
the other night?
NC State just beat Louisville last
See,
night
that's
by
another
like
thing.
2 touchdowns.
So I've got this.
How many touchdowns?
FSU kept up though.
I mean, NC State is killing it this year. I mean, they won 39-25 last night. They
Yeah.
won by 2 touchdowns. That's a pretty significant over, especially a Louisville team who has returning Heisman winner at quarterback. I mean, that's nuts.
So let me ask you, since NC State's playing well now, they'll probably be a top 15 team this week.
They're already in the top 25.
They were
Yeah,
they
I
were
would
just
worry.
23 and they just beat Louisville.
They'll probably go
be in the
top 15.
Yeah.
Wow.
Probably top 18. Maybe they'll crack the top 15, but I would say at least the top 18.
So if they keep playing well and our only losses are to NC State and Alabama, do you think Florida State can run the table, win 10 in a row?
Not when they get to Clemson
And become-
put that poor quarterback against them.
I'm just saying, if they were to win
Somehow
all
beat
games.
Miami and Clemson and somehow run the table, yeah, I would say they have a chance of maybe getting into a good bowl. I don't think they have a chance of getting into the playoffs, even if they do run the table.
Well,
But,
just listen to this though. Miami, number 13, and we're playing
Yeah.
Duke, who's undefeated, going to be a top
No,
25 team.
They got beat by Miami the other week.
Oh,
Yeah,
did they?
Duke did,
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah. Well, so they're
Which is
4
why
and 1.
Miami's still so strong.
4-1. So then Duke, and then we're playing Louisville, who will probably still be top 25. Clemson will be like a top 4 team. And if we don't lose any the rest of the season, I could see Florida State being the first 2-loss team. The Big 12 would have to end up being terrible.
You need NC State to win out because obviously the Alabama loss, no one really took that one serious for y'all. But
if NC State wins out,
It's almost like a
If State
win,
wins
really.
out, that
losing
means
to
they'll have to
Alabama.
play Clemson in the championship in the ACC. Then NC State will definitely get the ACC bid into the top 4, even if because they beat Florida State. So if
NC State would have to
or
choke.
If Clemson wins out, they will get the bid. Like both of them have to lose once, and Florida State would have to beat Clemson. That's the only way that happens.
Oh, it's possible.
You keep telling it yourself, Fat. I don't know how an 18-year-old quarterback, unless they have to play Clemson. Would they play
In
the
Clemson.
regular season? They play in the regular season, or they have to play him in the championship?
Regular season. We're in the same division.
Okay.
But-
do you know which game that is? Which week?
It's like the third to last week, I think. It's like November 10th.
My birthday.
Let's see here. I'm trying to find it real quick. I've got
It's November 11th.
week 10. Week good.
That's
Week
not
10
my
is Clemson versus
birthday.
NC State. That'll be awesome. All right, it's week 11, and it's in Clemson. So yeah, if you guys beat Clemson at Clemson, I mean, that'll be pretty big.
If you were a Blackman's dad and the offensive line was still playing that bad and Clemson was playing that good, would you let your kid play?
I don't know.
Would you go to the game?
Like, Alabama's not even the best defense this year. Clemson is, and we murdered that other kid. What do you think Clemson would do?
Right.
And by then, Blackman will be so beat up. That's later in the year, right?
It's really
Right.
not him, though. It's the line has
Yeah.
just been terrible.
Third to last game.
You know, our offensive lines. We've lost 3 guys on the line, though, for the season, it seems. I think definitely 2.
Yeah, Florida State's riddled with injuries.
What do you think the deal is with y'all? Usually have a good recruiting class too.
Yeah.
Why is the offensive line so terrible?
The coach.
Ooh,
It is.
God, just straight to the heart of it, Sean.
Yeah,
not
no.
feeling Jimbo.
No, Jimbo's fine. Rick Trickett predated Jimbo. He was one of Bobby Bowden's boys. He was when Bobby had at the end of his career had 8 assistant coaches, and they all had different titles like associate head coach or assistant head coach or executive assistant to the administrative head coach.
Yeah.
But it was pretty much just straight favoritism. He just had all his buddies a job and
And that's what happened to Florida
fucking
State.
around. And then we got players passing out in the McDonald's drive-thru and shit, and we had players suspended every year. There was a brawl in the student union, and more than half of the receiving corps just gone, for half the season. Actually, he Joe Paterno ended up passing him because one of his second to last season, they had that cheating scandal, academic cheating scandal.
Yeah.
And they vacated almost a season worth of wins, and
Damn.
because of that, Joe Paterno ended up passing him for all-time
Oh
FBS wins.
Joe Paterno, they took all of his wins away.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
Every
zero
single one of
career
them.
wins.
Every single
No,
one
no,
of them.
no, no,
No,
no,
they
no, no,
didn't.
no,
Hold
no,
on.
no,
I
no,
think
no, no.
They absolutely
No.
did.
Everything after
What's his
everything
name got there?
Sandusky.
everything before he told about Sandusky. I think that's what,
What?
it is.
Which
I
is how
can't-
many games? I mean, comparatively, if you
But
think about it.
You guys remember Larry
They
Johnson?
didn't turn them into losses. They
You got-
just nullified the games.
You know Larry
far as
Johnson,
Yes.
who played for the Chiefs. You guys remember him?
Yes.
He posted something that was like, "So I never won a game in college football because they took all their wins away."
So do his college stats now reflect that?
Ooh, I don't know.
Like if you went to Wikipedia and looked him up, I mean, well, anyway, while we're looking that up,
Wow, that's crazy.
Paul, your game,
Just look up Larry Johnson. That's the easiest one.
right? I mean, the Alabama. I mean, I don't mean
Texas. I mean, we're gonna be on the road in A&M. They have a
A&M was a threat to you a while ago.
5 years ago. And then the year after that, once Manziel left, we started beating them by 30 at least.
Right, Michael, what do you think about that game?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I don't see Texas A&M pulling off any kind of upset. In my
What
opinion,
about putting up a
this is-
fight though?
Yeah,
What?
I think
What
that's
about
the most
putting up a
important
fight?
thing.
Like, are they even gonna
I
put
mean,
up a fight?
okay, Texas A&M is 4-1, and their only loss, if you guys remember, is that first. I think it was the first week against UCLA, correct? Wasn't that their only loss? Yeah, UCLA. They were up by 34 points at halftime. It was 44-10, and UCLA came back and won 45-44 at the last second. They scored what?
It was one of the
14
biggest
or
comebacks
21
in
points
a
the
really
last,
long
10
time.
minutes of the game. So I mean, Texas A&M's by no means a slacking team. They're pretty good, but if you look at all of the stats, it's kind of hard to really see anyone right now outside of the top 10 teams getting anywhere close to beating Alabama. Stat-wise, they're too good. Jalen Hurts is not only
Absolutely.
the team's leading passer, he's also the team's leading rusher, believe it or not. He's got 6 touchdowns passing and 4 on the ground. He's insane. He's just a freak athlete, and he's just doing it all. I mean, I don't see anyone beating Alabama this year, to be perfectly honest, unless it's in the national championship. And I would say either Clemson, maybe Oklahoma or Penn State, and maybe
Alabama,
just maybe
Texas A&M.
Georgia in the SEC championship. Those are the only 4 teams I can even fathom having a chance of beating Alabama this year.
So if you had to predict a score of that game, what would the score be?
I would say Alabama by at least 2 touchdowns, maybe 3.
We're going with just 3.
We're going 3.
I'm thinking.
Are we
3.
going
I mean,
over or under
have
3
you
right now?
Looked at the spread.
No, what's the spread?
26.5.
Okay, so
I
wait a
would
second.
take that 26.
Yeah, I was about to say I would take that.
Yeah, I would too. You know what? Their matchup predictor has Alabama a 93.4% chance. Texas A&M has a 6.6 chance to win. That's the most insane deficit for a team that's 5-0 and 4-1 I think I've ever seen. Especially
In conference.
The one loss was a crazy comeback that was insane, but still lost. Still counts in the loss column. So that's all I can say about it. I mean, I literally can only think of maybe 2 or 3 teams that have a chance of beating Alabama this year, and they're not playing any of them anytime soon.
Who do you have for those 2 teams?
Did I just say it? I said either Clemson, Oklahoma, Penn State, or Georgia in the SEC championship are the only 4 teams I could think of, and 2 of those teams are like a long shot.
Penn State definitely is a long shot.
Penn State wouldn't win.
I don't think so either.
Oklahoma.
Penn State
I like-
looks pretty good.
I like Oklahoma.
Oklahoma would win.
Oklahoma, I'll give a
Yeah.
shot, and then I'll give Clemson a shot. Just
And
'cause we need a
definitely
Yeah,
tiebreaker.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Is Clemson and Oklahoma are the 2 teams I say could possibly win. But I mean, if they went to the playoff right now, Oklahoma and Clemson would have to play each other anyways, and one of them would knock the other one out. So Alabama.
We're not
would
even going to
win
mention
one of them.
Ohio State here.
No.
No, you don't think they're not good at all?
They don't
Ohio,
deserve
they
it.
don't even have to play.
They got
Ohio
beat
State.
at home
Ohio
by
State's not gonna make it
Oklahoma.
to the top 4. They're not going to make it into the playoff.
Urban
they're-
Meyer is about to have just a medical tragedy just come up suddenly, and he's going to have
Yeah.
to peace
He's
out.
gonna retire for a year.
You're not wrong. Think about what he did at Florida. Oh no, I lost my quarterback and my team's not going to be good. I have health issues. I'm taking a year off. Oh, Ohio State has a new coaching position because Jim Tressel got fired. They went there.
Yeah.
That's
Fuck
what you
the
get
heart
for
attack.
letting kids get
Like
free
Notre Dame or
tattoos and
somebody.
stuff.
So they're playing a Maryland team that,
Fire.
well, yeah, but they just lost.
So they just beat undefeated Minnesota.
Yeah, they did. I have a fun fact about Maryland, actually.
What is it, Mike?
Did you know Maryland has actually beaten their last 2 teams that were supposed to beat them by double digits away? Maryland is 2-0 on the road as double-digit underdogs. So Maryland might have Ohio State wherever they want them.
Who are those
Right.
teams?
Wow.
Minnesota
That's a fun fact.
and Texas.
I'm feeling
Maryland,
the
Texas, yeah.
Has beaten Minnesota and Texas on the road by, I guess they beat Minnesota 31-24 last week, and they were up big on Texas. Texas kind of made somewhat of a comeback in that second half of that game. That was the first week of the season now.
Yep, I
You guys
know.
had your
I was
starting
watching
quarterback
it.
And then your backup quarterback, and now what are you guys on your 3rd string?
Yeah, but he's doing all right. I'm still trying to figure out how to say his name. Matt
Bortenschlager.
Bortenschlager. There you go. Max Bortenschlager.
Max Bortenschlager.
Sophomore.
Well, so what do you think of that matchup? Ohio State playing Maryland at home in the shoe.
Well,
I'll tell you
if
what
I
I think.
If I was going with Vegas' odds, I'd take Maryland in a heartbeat.
What are the
What are
odds?
the odds?
Oh, I meant spread-wise. The odds are 96.5% for Ohio State, but the spread's 30.5 points, and I would
Oh,
totally take
definitely.
that.
Oh yeah, I would take that
well,
too.
yeah. Yeah, there's no
They're
way.
shitting on Maryland there.
Cedric,
Or
you
I
know,
can see- I
you
can
know
see
anybody?
like a
Can we
24.
put any money down?
No, this is the
Maryland
thing.
Is if their offensive line could gain a little bit more confidence and played a little bit better, gave Bortenschlager a little bit more time, the Terrapins would be 10 times better than they are.
What I'm
can
saying
see
is
that.
this. I feel like everything in sports is off of chance. You can beat anybody any given day, and I believe sometimes you get that once. You know that saying, like, every dog gets a steak or something like that.
Every dog gets its day.
Whatever.
That's.
Gets its day, close enough.
Same
Yeah,
thing.
right?
Thank you, Michael.
Ellen the Generous.
You say it fast enough, they sound the same.
Yeah.
Every dog gets a steak. Every dog gets a steak.
Hey, bang bang.
There you go.
And so I think we had that with Texas. I know what everyone's saying is like, oh, Texas isn't the same team or whatever, but that is a big win for a Maryland team. You know, we're kind of like
Right.
Wyoming. You know what I'm saying? Like as a football school, you know, we're on that lower level. No one's really thinking about, you know, the Terps when it comes to football. Basketball, maybe. Football, not at all. And so when you're talking about Texas is like right in that Mount Rushmore of college football teams, you know? And we went up there and kicked them in the balls.
Yeah. Right in the dick.
Give props to Texas this year. They brought USC into overtime. I mean, I knew
And I
USC
know
wasn't as good as everyone was saying they were a while ago. I mean, they lost to Washington State, but they were ranked number 5, and Texas went in there and gave them a game. So you can't say Texas is bad. I mean, they're still ranked.
And I think they beat somebody. Ranked right after they lost to us.
I think they only have 2. Yeah, they only have 2 losses. They've only lost to Maryland and USC. They beat San Jose State and Iowa State.
Oh, that's impressive.
How
do you think they'll do against
San Jose
Oklahoma?
State 56 to nothing. I mean, that was one of their pushover games.
How do you think they'll do against Oklahoma?
I mean, this week they play Kansas State. Then they got Oklahoma State, both ranked top 15. Baylor, and then TCU was ranked 8th. They have, out of the next 5 games, 3 of them are top 15. And I think they're going to get crushed by Oklahoma, to be perfectly honest.
They won last year, didn't they?
That's a game.
The big thing about Texas and Oklahoma, it's like Ohio State and Michigan. No matter how big the difference is between the teams, they always play each other tough.
Well, what about the Georgia Vanderbilt game?
Well, it's funny, since I live in Nashville, I have seen so many Georgia football fans walking around today because it's Ed Vandy. I've seen Georgia T-shirts all day around Nashville. They're coming out in numbers. It's pretty crazy. The only team I think that I've seen more of at Vanderbilt this year was Alabama, and that was just insane.
I felt bad for them.
But I would say about the game, it's funny, the spread's a little bit less than all the other games, but I don't know why. I feel like Georgia is going to stomp Vandy, but I mean, I guess the only reason I could see that it might be a close game is Vandy's got they've had a pretty good defense, mostly in the first half. They've been playing some full games, but they almost beat Florida last week. I mean, they were tied with, I think, 6 or 7 minutes left in the third quarter, and then Florida kind of turned it on.
I don't know if I'd call that almost
They
beating
ended
them.
up winning by 13 points.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd call that
It was
almost
a
beating
tie
them.
game in the middle of the third.
It was a
we'll give them
close
that.
game for a while.
But Georgia was very impressive on every single one of their games. I mean, the only close game they've had was Notre Dame, and they still beat them by, I think, a point.
But I mean,
So-
as far as this game goes,
I would say Georgia probably by 17, 21, something like that.
gotcha. Do you think it's going to be a close first half?
I think it's going to be a closer first half than the second half. I would say the second half.
Do you think Vandy's going to? Do you think Vandy's going to
by
score?
a
Because
lot.
Georgia's been handing out some goose eggs. Do you think Vandy's going to score?
Oh man, I don't know. I think I mean their head coach is Kirby Smart, so I would say their defense is probably going to take it to Vanderbilt's offense. I would say I think Vanderbilt will score, but I don't think they're going to score very much.
Gotcha. Well, what about what game were you watching?
I'm keeping an eye out for the LSU Florida game, and I'll tell you why. First off, the spread of that game is 1 point, which is hilarious because of how hilariously bad both teams are. LSU last week lost to Troy. It was their first non-conference home loss in several years. They had 49 in a row. It would have been their 50th non-conference home win in a row, and they
Lord.
lost to Troy. Yes, Troy. Florida, who only has 1 loss, number 11 Michigan, first week of the season, but they played Tennessee to the very last play and had to throw a Hail Mary to win that game. They had to do a last-minute drive against Kentucky to win that game by 1, and
Yeah, I
Vanderbilt
watched
held
that.
them
Streak alive.
to a tie until the middle of the third quarter. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the dumpster fire in the swamp.
That's funny. Oh man, Michael, man, I appreciate you calling in or me.
You named
picking up
that
the phone.
game.
You named it the dumpster fire in the swamp. I
The
appreciate
dumpster fire
you
in the
picking up the
swamp.
phone and talking college football with us, man.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, not a problem. Glad to do it. Thanks for having me.
All right, man. I'll
Thank
talk to you soon.
See you later.
All right, bye.
The dumpster fire in the swamp. I like that a lot.
Coined.
Coined. It's the perfect name for it. I mean, it's good.
Especially if it's like the worst played game ever.
Right.
Oh, I
Just
So
like
many picks.
the
And
9 turnovers.
He made me
Just
ready.
total.
He made me ready to watch
at
that.
least 7 missed field goals.
That'd be great. The
Not
dumpster
even
fire in the swamp.
like 3 missed extra points.
It goes into triple overtime, but they're tied at 6.
That sounds familiar. I feel like that's happened.
That was the
I'm
last
looking
time
at you.
LSU beat us.
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus had brown hair.
Oh boy.
She was still going by
Hannah
Hannah
Montana.
Hannah Montana. Hannah Montana.
Now she's got the best of both worlds.
All right.
It's just funny that's our point in time that we're gonna reference.
Paul?
Is like Miley Cyrus was still Hannah Montana.
Revolutionary. All right. Who's ready to talk about some NFL football?
I am.
Yeah, okay.
Paul, your enthusiasm.
Well, because it's not a positive note. First of
Oh,
all,
boy.
that beatdown in Houston. Ugh.
Oh my god.
And Mariota goes down, but we should have known because Carr went down too, right?
Right,
Oh, wow,
yeah.
look at
Same
that.
as last season.
Injury bros, my bad.
Mhm.
And then I'm
Injury
not even
bros.
mad about that. I'm mad that we go sign Brandon Whedon.
Oh boy.
What?
Yeah, right.
Dallas fan, you had Castle and Whedon as your quarterback too in the same
How'd that
year.
work
Tell me
out?
how that went.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones said Brandon Whedon had possibly the greatest arm he's ever seen. Billy, play the audio. And he meant it from like Brandon Whedon was like a baseball player. He was actually a pitcher at Oklahoma State.
Yeah,
and then
Oklahoma State.
and then did he get drafted?
Yeah, he
He
did.
played a little bit in the minors, I think.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
then went back to Oak State to play football
Mm-hmm.
at age like 26 or something. He played a couple seasons. So when he got drafted
He
out
was
of
like
Oak
28
State,
years
yeah,
old.
he was his late 20s. So he's got a good arm from the pure perspective of like throwing a ball, like the mechanics, like because baseball, you know.
I'm
He just wasn't a
personally
good,
curious.
was not a good quarterback. Did not make good decisions.
Best arm I've ever seen. Bad interception.
It's literally-
Did you
Let's
mean
see
the
it.
worst quarterback ever?
Let's
If
see
you
it.
search for Brandon Whedon, best arm I've ever seen, the first video up there is Brandon Whedon's bad interception versus Detroit Lions.
I want to see it. Play that.
Oh, these were the glory days. The Browns.
That was bad. It's just in GIF form. They're just gonna keep showing it.
Oh my goodness.
God.
Don't do it again. No. He makes the same terrible choice every time.
I think they're just showing the same play over and over
He
again.
won't give it up. He's gonna get that play.
Accurate.
Oh god.
Who throws a rainbow for 2
Oh, wait.
yards?
Negative 4 yards
Negative.
and then an interception. But he threw it
Look,
backhanded.
look at the time and look at the score. It's like a chance to win, and that's what he did.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm
And it's
laughing.
first down, too.
Listen. The score is 17-24, and Brandon Whedon throws this weak pass that gets intercepted in the fourth quarter with a chance to win the freaking game. Brandon Whedon is terrible.
Exactly. Does anyone want to... Okay, first of all, having Matt Castle as a backup is weird, but can anyone think of a good quarterback that would be kind of like Marcus Mariota?
I think you can,
offense?
Paul.
I think I can too.
I know exactly who you're
Yeah.
mentioning, and it kind of
It's
sucks.
Brandon
Isn't that-
Whedon?
Yeah, no, it's not Brandon Whedon. It's definitely
He'd
not
be a
Brandon
good
Whedon.
fit
But God,
Tennessee.
it would be great if Nashville could
Why would-
actually accept him.
Okay, now we
I
can't
just
use the
I wish
excuse.
the fan base could
We can't
he's
even
not
use
good.
the excuse that Colin Kaepernick's not a good. That's who
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
It's the exact. No, it's.
He's not a good
everyone knew who we were
quarterback.
talking about.
And then we go
It's
to
a
Brandon
perfect
Whedon.
fit.
Yeah.
It's a perfect.
He is perfect.
fit.
Well, I'm not saying we're gonna put up Mariota numbers and all that shit, but
No,
Maybe.
but I mean,
Or
possible.
maybe.
It's quite possible.
A quarterback that could
the guy
slip
went to
in.
a Super Bowl off his legs.
Yep.
Right, and he
Did
could,
the Titans sign Whedon? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
you didn't know that?
happened.
No,
Yeah,
he-
and we
that's
had
actually-
Castle.
yeah, that happened
today.
That's actually a good.
We already
fit,
had
though.
Castle.
So
That-
yeah, I missed
anyway.
it. No, that's a really good fit for that system, though.
No,
But
But
no, it
Brandon
is, but
Whedon.
no,
Yeah.
no, it's not.
absolutely,
No, it's
it
not.
is.
I don't want to put my brown paper bag back over my head, Sean.
Oh.
Don't tell
This
me it's a
season
good
just
fit for this-
start. Look, we
He's
start
actually-
off.
Fuck
He'll
you.
actually
I'll just go
probably
ahead and say
be
it.
a
I'll go ahead and
better-
say it. Fuck you.
He'll be a better passer in your system
I'll
than
eat
Marcus
my
Mariota
words on a
is.
hot plate of glass. There's no way Brandon Whedon's
Sounds
even
painful.
going to go 500. And I don't think he's going to play because I think Castle's
Ooh,
going
you
to play.
said 500.
I don't think-
He's
I don't think-
definitely going 500.
Castle's playing.
No, Castle's going to play.
I think he's going to start.
First of all. But if Whedon ends up playing it, he would not. I
Castle,
don't think he
yeah.
can go 500 interceptions to touchdowns.
Damn. Y'all had so much hope. In
They're-
the beginning of the
They're
season.
both a
Right?
better. They're
All right.
both,
I'm fucking
Mariota
0-1ers,
goes
man.
down. How many glass quarterbacks have we had
Yeah.
now?
And he didn't even need to go down. We were already getting our ass kicked.
Right. That wasn't.
Oh,
It's not like
are
the
you
game
saying
was
they
going
should've
our
pulled
way,
him?
and then he went down, and it was
What?
over.
Are you saying they should've pulled
It was
him?
an embarrassment.
They should have pulled everyone.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Just throw our third stringers in because we know we're gonna lose.
What do you think that?
See if we can break that record that we already hold.
That was awful.
What do you think fans would think if they did that? They like the people that went there to go see the game.
I feel like it's kind of funny because if the coach came out and was like, hey, we did it because we didn't want him to go down. We didn't feel like it was worth him getting hurt because we were getting embarrassed. The coach, the fans would hate it. They would absolutely hate it. But the alternate is the reality we actually live in, and that is Mariota's probably out for a while.
yeah, but so here's the thing. Here's the argument for why it actually he might end up being over 500. Whoever plays, Castle or Whedon.
It'll be Castle, but I don't.
Because
I still agree with you.
The line is legit, right? They did the Cowboys model. They drafted first round 3 straight years. Like Taylor Lewan and a few good players. But and they've got 2 good running backs. Honestly, DeMarco Murray. So we had DeMarco in Dallas, and what DeMarco and Derrick Henry, who are similar, thrive in is like a downhill running attack, where the quarterback's underneath center, and he's turning around and handing it off to either DeMarco Murray or Derrick Henry, and they're running with momentum forward. In Tennessee, because of Mariota, they run them out of shotgun a lot, but they're not they're bigger backs. They're not like flexible enough like a Darren Sproles or a LaShawn McCoy to like really go like east to west as well,
Mm-hmm.
But that's all Mariota can do because that's all he did at Oregon for he was there until he was 23, 5 years. Is everything's out of shotgun. You're doing read options out of shotgun. You're going like speedy side to side.
Yeah.
And so those two
That's
styles,
just
I
straight
think he was
Oregon
a
Duck
sophomore.
football.
those two styles just don't really mix. But
Okay.
both Brandon Whedon and Matt Castle, I would say, are probably better
No.
underneath center than Marcus Mariota is.
Absolutely not. Our
If
whole
you said
attitude
in the
about
pocket, I might agree with you, but under center, no, I do not.
our whole attitude about the season is literally just we have already just accepted that we might get a decent pick right now.
Oh man.
Wow, we have to talk about laid back fan style. Madden had it right. Yeah, that's basically how it is. It's
Wow.
shit.
We already know season spoiled. Some asshole on Reddit spoiled the season for the Tennessee Titans.
That's great.
I don't know, man. Dude,
Someone's
Matt,
already
Matt
told us how it's
Castle's
gonna
had
end.
some wins. He had some success.
What?
We need that.
Where? Oh, what?
His
Under
fir-
Belichick?
His first year, yeah, he had I think like a nine wins in 15 games.
We just need him
Not
to be
bad.
like a Kerry Collins.
And then he had some wins in Minnesota. Like he just ended up being on bad teams that didn't, he's alright.
Nah.
If you got a strong running game, which the Titans should have, he shouldn't have to do much.
I'm curious to see. I'm gonna be looking at that game.
Titans.
we got a little off. Brandon Whedon over Colin Kaepernick, who would be the exact same as
Even if they had to make the excuse, which I would disagree
that he's not a
with,
good quarterback.
that he's worse than Castle. Like if you make the argument that you're going to start him over Castle, or excuse me, start Castle over him.
I would even be okay with
it would
Castle starting. But
yeah, but
the fact that we got him over Whedon
fit.
would make more sense.
It would make way more sense. But I mean, Tennessee's
But
not going.
but the
They're not
reason
going to
that
throw that hat.
It's
kind of
like an insult to Tennessee fans, where the owner basically just said, Yeah, fuck it.
Well, no. I mean, I think you're just gonna change your style of play. Because
why would we want to do that though?
Because
We've been practicing one style.
That's why I just spent all that time explaining about playing underneath center, because you need to utilize your backs more now than you ever have with Mariota. If you think about a play where it's play action, Mariota's turning around at only 6'2", turning around, faking, and then looking downfield and trying to throw deep balls, it's never successful. Mariota's success is crossing routes, running read options, and hitting guys off of horizontal play action. But going straight back and dropping back and then throwing a deep pass is something that like Jameis Winston's really good at.
Yeah.
But it's not like there's different styles. So Colin Kaepernick is the same style as Marcus Mariota and that's what we were talking about earlier, why it fits that system. But maybe that's not the best thing for your team right now to do that like shotgun based, because neither of your running backs really are capable of being a great pass catcher, which is what you need when you're running everything out of shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Like DeMarco's pretty good, but I know him. I mean, I had him in Dallas for years. Like he's got good hands, but he, is injury prone. He fumbles a bunch. Like he's just kind of a physical back, and that's part of who you are, is you get injured a lot.
Mm.
And Derrick Henry's really kind of the same running back. Honestly, he's just younger and
2.0.
Yeah, which is a smart move by them to draft him.
He's bigger.
Yeah,
Way bigger.
Yeah, he sure is. Derrick Henry.
but like if you had somebody like Darren Sproles on the roster, then same style might work. But aren't the Titans? Are they 2-2 right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The good 2-2s. Cedric's Redskins are 2 in.
Actually, I think the Cowboys are 2-2 right now. Also,
Are the Titans 2-2?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
so we're all 2-2, huh?
What this past week, the first week that we did the podcast, I think Paul pointed out we all went 0-1.
Yeah.
The first week that we all took our team.
Huzzah!
Yay, we did it.
We'll get the next one.
All right. I want to talk about the Redskins.
No, we won't.
Well,
Then
they
we
all
lose
lost
the
that
gimmick,
week.
James.
Yeah, we all lost last week. We have to win this week.
If we're
Then it's 0-1.
Wait,
right,
we're playing Jay
terrible.
Cutler. We have this is the perfect startup game for Castle.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Castle's a seasoned vet. He doesn't need a startup game. He's gonna go out there and just sling it. Watch it.
Dang.
Love it. Love to see it. Dodgers already up 4-0. Kershaw's pitching tonight.
Yeah, well, you know
Kershaw's
what?
pitching.
It's a fucking series, not like it's one game. It's
I know, but this is probably going to be the result of the series as well.
Whoa.
Same
4-0.
score.
Hey, no way.
Talking about the Arizona Diamondbacks and the
Just wait till
LA
we get the
Dodgers.
fucking bat.
And,
We
then,
just-
and then the
just
Braves are
checked in
coming
and
out
it
of
was already
nowhere to
4-0.
win the whole thing.
The Braves aren't even in
Yeah.
the season.
No,
Some
they're there.
stipulation.
They're there.
I don't know if you've ever read about the Braves. Okay, they hide. They're sneaky when they attack. You think they're not there, then boom.
They are there.
See, that's how you have a Native American team and not be insulting about it.
That wasn't insulting at
The
all.
Chiefs did it right. Braves did it right. Seminoles did it right.
The Redskins.
Cleveland Indians just
Nope.
didn't.
And that
They
leads
just
us.
swing and a miss.
Yeah, they don't
But the
have-
Cleveland Native Americans doesn't really roll off the tongue.
They're just, you know what? To be
They
honest,
could just alter
ahead.
that and
You just
put.
keep it natives. I
They
feel
could
like
just
that's
Yeah.
they could
cool.
change it to actual like Indians, like
because
the
then
dot and the.
you could play the. Oh God.
Put a convenience store in the stadium.
Oh.
Listen, that's what we're not going to
At
do.
Tom- at
You
the
could just have it
Tom
be
Stadium.
Apu.
Oh my
Their
goodness.
Dude,
slogan is "Thank you,
Those
come
are
again."
shirts we should make. Is just Apu from The Simpsons,
Oh,
but
man.
have it be like a Cleveland Indians shirt that just says "The Cleveland Indians."
Oh, I'm not going to be a part of that. I don't want my kids to have to like be homeschooled.
They need some representation, man.
That's funny.
The Vikings have been gone for years,
instead of-
and they've still got representation in the league.
Instead of correcting the issue that it's a racist mascot, they're just gonna correct the issue that they got it wrong about the naming the Indians.
Well, I'm just saying that's a good place to start.
So it's
right?
like, let's be the natives. It's like, no. Let's stick to the Indians, but let's change the gimmick.
Let's put a real Indian on there. It's like a picture of Gandhi.
They should just do it and not make any announcement out of it.
Out of
Just
nowhere.
opening day, it's like, yeah, Don't sell any of the merchandise before the season.
Yeah, that would be too funny. And it'll be some like random fan who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows someone who actually has the damn jersey.
He's got the jersey, the hat, the jorts.
Everyone's looking at them like, what the fuck is this? Like mad as hell, like, that's a racist shirt. He's a real Indian and we're calling him Indian. This guy's so insensitive.
Dude, just make the park like Simpsons themed. Like, just do
Oh,
a partnership.
man.
Like, have
Yeah,
Duffy
that's what-
or-
That's a big part.
That's what you have to do. You have to do more than one character. That's the only way that anybody's gonna accept it is if you do one
a bunch
for
of
like
different, like, just
have
recognizable
Duffman at the
Indians.
games.
No. Different like Indian like cartoon characters. So it would be
It has to be
Apu.
cartoon
Then it
characters.
would be
Because their logo
Haji.
right now is already cartoon
It would be
enough.
Haji from like
Johnny
Johnny Quest.
Oh wow.
And then it would be like what's that cartoon, the dude who has the snake? It's just a bunch.
Wait, hold on. What do you need to do with the snake?
It's a cartoon that comes with Nickelodeon and some guy, he has a snake. Are those it? And Aladdin's there. Just because.
Aladdin?
Yeah, I don't know if he's Indian. Now I do kind of feel racist because I just proved him Indian.
I don't think he is. But if it makes you feel better, dude, I had the exact same thought when you said that. I was gonna say Jafar, the bad guy. I was seriously gonna say it. I was like, no, he's not. So that actually made me feel
They're
better.
supposed to be in like Arabia.
No
Yeah, I
filter,
know.
no
Yeah.
filter. Cedric's at it
Arabian
again.
Nights.
Why is Popeye up there? What the fuck? I just want to throw that out there real fast. This Popeye
Sure is.
image. You search for Indian cartoon characters, and Popeye's like in the top 10 Google
what do you know
results.
about Popeye?
What
You're
do we
damn right. I don't know a
really
damn thing about him. I just know that he was in the
So-
Navy at some
Did
point.
you mean?
I mean,
Well, 'cause he's
and
got
that-
really
and that's-
pale skin
And
and
that's
he's
an
not
assumption.
Indian.
That's an
That's
assumption
really
there,
Look at
too.
his.
Did you mean indigent
I don't know.
cartoon?
Indigent?
Indigent. What was that, dude? What were we watching? They did that in.
I have no idea.
Oh my god.
Let's talk about the Redskins.
Redskins. What you got?
What about him?
You know, I was thinking today, and I was thinking that lost. In like the way we lost, like we put up a decent fight versus like a great Chiefs team. We put up like we didn't like we almost won. We're literally a touchdown catch away from winning that game. If Josh Dotson comes down with that ball, and by the way, that was a drop. There's a lot of people out there saying that it's not a drop. He dropped that ball. He caught it, put one hand out to brace himself, and instead of like clutching onto that thing like it was your baby, like this is the NFL. First of all,
You get paid a lot of money to hold on to that ball.
like not even that. This is the NFL.
Well, come on.
Win a game. Like you're getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Win a game. And then another thing about the Redskins, like it came out that somebody in Kansas City was calling Terrell Pryor the N-word, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't be. Like I want to know who was sitting next to him, in the stands, letting him call that black man the N-word.
How do you know he didn't say shit?
Huh?
The person next to him probably said something.
I want to know why he was that comfortable to say that.
I have no idea.
Some people just do stuff. They just do it.
I don't know, man. I hope people aren't like that.
Drunk.
Well, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't.
That could be true, but I mean, what do they say about a drunk mind? It'll get you fucked up.
No.
I'm gonna make one more reference real fast to the internet.
Let's hear it.
In this thing, this one right here is a picture of RG3, and it says, "So the Redskins name is offensive. How about the Browns?" Isn't the Browns like a reference to something? Isn't there
Somebody's
The
last
guy's
name.
last name, Paul
Yeah.
Brown.
Isn't that what it was?
Is
Yeah.
it? I have no
Yeah.
idea.
Isn't that,
I think it's just
clearly this person
it's
doesn't know what
just
they're
a
talking
Browns
about.
suck joke.
No, that's
The name is offensive because of how shitty they are.
Yeah.
no. What that is what I like to call casual football fans. Those are the ones who don't really have a team, or they sit here and go for the team that's like winning at the moment, but they don't understand the ins and out of actual football. Hey, look, Paul, you've been
That
saying
one's
this for a
good.
long time. It's a redskin potato.
That's perfect.
When did I say that?
You've been saying that a lot.
The potatoes?
Yes, Paul.
I feel like I haven't been saying it at all.
You know what, Paul? You turning me into a liar, and I don't enjoy it.
My bad. Recently or like
a while ago.
okay.
It's not
That's
like-
probably why I don't remember.
It's not like we were like laying down on top of your car and looking at the stars and talking about so many ways we can help the Redskins logo stay in Washington D.C. It's not like we do that or anything like that. But maybe we did, and maybe I thought it was special. That's all.
What?
You can tell that really happened by how uncomfortable Paul is.
Huh? Ooh, I'm excited about that Chiefs Texans game actually.
Are you?
Yeah, that looks like it's going to be a good
Why
one.
does it look like a good game?
Because the Texans are pretty good, Paul.
No, they aren't.
So, our
Chris,
picks last time around. If we can go in order real fast, I can go ahead and say that I'm the only one that said New Orleans was going to win over Miami.
Well, Jay Cutler should have threw that block.
Mm-hmm.
That decided the game right there.
Going back to Jay Cutler being the worst ever. He put up 100 and what yards on the Saints defense? Like 6?
Yeah.
106?
Yeah, son.
And the Saints defense is
Terrible.
just awful.
We could have fun with the Saints defense.
Right. And then of course none of us saw Carolina beating New England. at
No.
Norwood. I mean, I doubt anyone really saw that coming. Sean, you were the only one that predicted Houston beating Tennessee. I don't know if you saw the spanking that ended up happening though.
Sure.
None of us saw Buffalo winning at Atlanta.
No.
I don't think anyone really saw that one coming.
Nope.
Y'all all got that one wrong, right?
Yeah.
None of us picked Buffalo. Pittsburgh at Baltimore, we all picked that one right.
Yep.
Cincinnati at Cleveland. We let's see, Paul and
Y'all
Sean.
had hope.
Paul and Sean got that one right. Cedric, you and I thought the Browns were gonna get their first W there.
Still early.
But it's all right, Cedric, because you actually picked the Rams over the Cowboys
Thank
in
you.
Dallas.
Yep.
Which that's
Bold.
gotta give you that one.
It's bold move.
I think I told you it was bold.
Thank you.
Speaking of bold, Paul, you actually picked the Jets over Jacksonville, and no one else got that one.
Everyone was so sold on their London win.
Right?
Yep, I sure was.
It was a big win.
But you know what? I remember what I said about that game. I was like, "This is the game that's going to show whether or not the Jags are for real." And we saw that they're for
Or what
fake.
if the Jets are for real?
No.
At two and two. San Francisco at Arizona. Paul and I got that one right. Cedric and Sean, you both took San Francisco.
You know, I still don't understand why I did that.
Brian
That's a good one.
Hoyer,
Yeah.
the greatest.
Fire the Destroyer.
Philadelphia
That's
at
it.
LA Chargers. Cedric and I got that one right. We all picked Tampa Bay over the Giants. Leaving the Giants winless still. I'm the only one that thought Oakland was going to win when Carr went down. I knew that I was done for.
Oh,
You
man.
guys, all three of y'all got Denver on that one. And you got it right. We all picked Seattle, correct. That actually, I mean, that was close until, what
It
was that?
started off pretty decent.
Right.
Yeah.
That was really surprising.
It caught my attention.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was one of those things that I thought it was going to be a blowout from the beginning, and it wasn't a blowout until the very end.
So
That's
Colts
how
still
it goes
suck.
sometimes.
Right. And then I'm the only one that got Kansas City winning at home over the Redskins.
You know, I'm still not upset about that loss. That loss was, you know, at least we didn't lose to the friggin' like Jaguars or something like that. That's what I'm saying.
And then all three of you guys took Detroit at Minnesota, and I picked Minnesota. That leaves us, and then if you do we got the over under, the attendance over under 25,000. There were 25,360 fans in LA.
Why didn't Sean win?
I don't think Sean realized the stadium. Well, none of us caught it though. To be completely honest, I mean, to be fair, none of us caught it. But
Nope.
the stadium only seats 27,000.
I guess I just thought more of them than.
Standing room only, Sean. You thought
Yeah.
you gave them a lot of props. But where it leaves us is Paul is leading with 3 correct choices and one of the over-unders. And then Cedric and Sean and I are all tied with 7 correct choices and one of the over-unders.
You know
Thank
what?
you.
Hey,
And
that's not
Billy
bad.
didn't
That
even
means you're all
bother.
losers.
But yeah, getting into this week. This week's got a few doozies. We're starting out 49ers in Indianapolis. Does they have a timeline for getting Luck back yet?
Week 6-ish is what they're shooting for. I heard shooting for, but they're not like, yeah, he'll be ready.
Right.
They said he started practicing this week, but you know,
That
it was
makes
like
sense, 'cause this is what,
limited
week 5
throwing.
now, so
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we just lost our quarterback, so
Yeah.
I was so pumped about that Monday night game, and
Yeah.
Not so much.
fuck, man.
Did they say how long Mario was going to be out for?
Yeah, technically, they said he's going
He
to be
could
day to
play.
day. Yeah.
He could
Is it-
play,
is
but
it
they're
game day
also
decision?
talking about 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Enough time.
I don't know how you can talk about both. I don't know how you can be
That
like,
could-
he
that
might
could
play.
definitely-
He might miss 4 weeks. I don't
Four
know
weeks
how you
can definitely change the season.
Right. I don't know
Oh,
how
yeah.
you can say that though.
We're
I don't know
lucky
how a
to be
doctor
2
can be
and
like,
2.
yeah, we're not sure.
All right, so let's get into these picks.
But I got the 49ers getting a win against the Colts and Indy because they still don't have Luck back,
Mhm.
and they're playing just awful.
And that is also the reason why I'm picking the 49ers, because the Colts are just playing that bad, where I think the 49ers are going to play just good enough to come out with a W. So go 49ers, go.
I mean, I think Andrew Luck should probably win MVP for how bad the Colts are without him.
Remember they said that about Peyton Manning?
And I thought he should have won it. Absolutely. And the 49ers have got to get one eventually, and this is the only real one you can look at and be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Totally
49ers.
agree.
Yeah, I like Brian Hoyer. Colts defense is garbage, so I'm going 49ers.
Yes.
That's a quick unanimous pick. The next one would be the Jets at the Browns, and I made the mistake of picking Cleveland last time around. I'm not gonna make it again. I'm going with the 2-2 Jets. Are gonna go 3-2 against Cleveland. Cleveland's still not gonna get their first one. Cedric.
I have no choice but to go for the Browns because of the bet. And so I think this is going to be week that they turn it around.
They are at home. I mean, that's
Yep, they're in the dog pound.
Last week, y'all all thought Jacksonville was going to basically beat New York. I didn't know if it was convincingly or barely, but the Jets won, which means they're going to lose to Cleveland.
Yes.
I'm passing the torch
I
on.
love it.
Cleveland Browns get their first one. They're still not going to go 10-6, but
10-6.
we got another one where the Browns are picked twice.
So you guys might have to help me out. Is the McCown that is quarterback for the Jets, is it Luke or Josh?
it's Josh.
Is it Josh? So I saw something that said the last 3 teams he started on have all ended up with a number 1 or number 2 overall pick. So he's supposed to be the guy that the Jets are like, all right, fuck it. This coach only has got another year. We're tanking. We're going to get a high pick. All of a sudden he comes in and he's like been winning games like somehow. So
2-2.
going for the Jets. You know,
Not a bad
it's
pick.
going to happen.
It's the smart pick because they probably will win, but I'm just feeling it. They're going to walk into Cleveland with all 4 fans.
I'm going to throw this out there. I love the fact that now 2 weeks in a row, there's at least 2 of us that think
There are
the
people
Browns
that are
gonna
just
get their
feeling the
first
Browns.
win, right? The next one up is Jags at Steelers, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know who I'm going to pick on this one yet. I don't know. This one's a toss-up for me.
Well, I'm going Jags because I'm still because I still think that they might be that team.
Paul is just
Paul is
absolutely
cracking up.
over that pick.
I feel good about it. I really do. I feel like, you know,
They're coming off of a hard loss.
they are, but I mean, like they've been,
They've
been playing
it's
some
usually when the
football.
team's hungry, right?
yeah. So I'm going with Jags.
I mean, the Jags are blowing everyone out. They did come off their first hard loss because I feel like all their games have been blowouts. But what did they win week 1? They beat someone up.
Yeah, it was a huge
Houston.
Yeah.
Then
God,
they get
that's horrible.
and then they
that
get
we've
blown
seen
out by Tennessee.
Right.
And
That's-
then they blow out Baltimore.
In
And
London.
they barely lose to the Jets, though. The Jets.
Jets. That's got to
The guys I have losing to Cleveland.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't know why that was a difficult one.
Gotcha.
Fuck the Jags.
Not a fan. Not a fan at all.
Yeah, I think like the Antonio Brown Jalen Ramsey matchup. From watching him at Florida State, he's extremely athletic, but he's easy to get beat by a good route runner. And Antonio Brown's like the best route runner in the game.
Yes, he is.
So I would expect him to have a big game, and overall the Steelers to come together. I think it's a make or break type of game. Like I don't know if you guys saw that, like Antonio Brown and like Big Ben called out Antonio, or no, it was reverse. I'm sorry, it was reverse.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And
I
Antonio
think
threw the cooler on the sideline and all that stuff.
But I want to
Big
say
Ben fired back though.
he didn't fire
Yeah.
back. I want to say he kind of just accepted it. I want to say he was like, yeah, as a leader on the team, it's my responsibility to handle it. Isn't that it? I mean, Paul, what quote are you talking about?
I don't know. I think I'm thinking of some other ESPN guy that was talking about how it's bullshit that receivers are getting mad.
You're right. I'm with you because he was on a radio show.
Yeah.
He did say something.
Okay, my bad. I misquoted. I do know what you're talking about, though.
Right, and I mean, I saw that on Instagram where Ben basically
where
was
it's like these diva wide receivers don't realize that these people are getting chased by 300-pound people. You probably can't see them at that moment. But when you're wide open, they're looking that direction.
Yeah. There's a lot of field to look at.
Your peripherals are knocked out. You got the face mask bar.
Yeah. It's not easy.
It's
So
one
we'll
of those,
see.
you know,
I think it's
I'm
one of
only
those
human
moments
kind
they
of
either got to come together, fall apart, and I think they'll come together. And
To be fair, why aren't you first targeting Brown? In all fairness,
I don't know.
He I mean, to be honest, I mean, if you're doing your checkdowns and your first checkdown is Brown, he might be, at one point in his route covered, and then you're doing your checkdowns, and if you can't make it back to him because you're under pressure.
The reason why I think
which
that
Ben
he's not
is
getting
a
too many
lot.
looks is because he's getting double covered. I believe that's happening probably a lot of the game.
If he's stretching the field, he's definitely pulling the secondary.
Yeah, it just
I don't know
like
why he wouldn't.
just
He's Antonio
just like
Brown.
how they send Odell Beckham sometimes. Just go run a 9 route, and then most of the shit that most of what he's doing is clearing out the rest of the field. Opening the top up. So
I hate that you used Odell because that's usually a distraction for good receivers. I don't like him, but he's really good. That's exactly what they do.
I don't know. I'm still so Sean's got the Steelers, Cedric's got the Jags, and Paul's got the Steelers.
Yeah.
go with the hot hand.
I don't know, man. I mean, the Jags coming off that loss, I feel like they might be pushing, and with the locker room drama in Pittsburgh, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna split that decision. I'm gonna go ahead and say that the AFC South's gonna win that one. We're going with the
Second
Jags.
week in a row, you go Jags on me.
Wow.
I mean, dude, it's not that I'm picking them because I like them,
That's
but
Really?
to
What's
be
the
honest,
Jags helmet?
it makes the
That's
that's
exactly
my brother's
what it
Jags
is.
helmet.
That's exactly what it is, Paul.
My
You should be very suspicious about this whole situation.
Just
Don't think I didn't notice it the second I ever sat down here.
I'm just throwing it out there. It is my younger brother's Jags helmet. I promise.
Why isn't it at his house?
That's a good question.
Give it back to
Give it
him.
back to
Give
him.
it back to him. Mail it to him right now. Priority
You don't
mail.
gotta mail it to him, but next time you see him,
If it helps
Like,
out,
hey,
Paul, I'll
get
put it in
your
the closet.
shit.
I'll put it in the closet before we record again.
That was funny. No, keep it there. It adds flavor to
No,
it.
I'm picking the Jags on this one. I'm gonna stick my foot down.
That's what
I'm gonna
talking about.
represent the conference.
All
stick
right.
it down. Just like the Jags stick it down.
Bills at Bengals. It's the next one up, and this is another one where I'm not sure where I'm going with this one yet.
I am.
Get with you on that one. That's-
Did we just do Chargers Giants?
No,
No.
not yet.
No, we're gonna save that. We're gonna save that one for last.
Why? Because
Because
attendance.
it's the something gotta give bowl.
Oh, I
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
fours.
The
two
0
the
and
2 0 and 4.
4s.
Well, 2 of the 3 0 and 4s going at it, right? I want to say
Mhm.
there's 3 0 and 4 teams. So
If I'm not mistaken.
49ers
The Browns.
Yeah, 49ers have
49ers.
won.
and the Browns. There's two.
We've already given him mercy.
All right. So I am picking. I had a tough time with this one. I was going back and forth between them, the Bills and the Bengals, and I think I decided on the Bills. Yeah, I decided on the Bills. I like the way Tyrod Taylor played that game last week. It was pretty close, and I just don't think Andy Dalton got it. I'm going.
I don't know if I can. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go ahead and make my pick right now. I
Go ahead.
hate to go right behind you on your coattails, but I'm gonna go Bills as well because I was just reminded is the last time I actually paid attention to Andy Dalton's performance was when he had an MVP for the other team. That was
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. So
Yeah.
I'm still not gonna forgive him on that. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go with
that's
the Bills
tough.
here.
But you know what? He had a pretty good game last week.
It wasn't terrible.
It went terrible, but you know what? I was sitting there talking about A.J. McCarron might finally get his chance, and then Dalton went out and fought for his job.
Yeah,
But it was the Browns.
yeah. That's what I'm
but,
saying.
Yeah, no one can get fired from playing the Browns.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm like,
So
The Bills
and then
are a
the Bills
better
just
team.
beat the defending
Falcons.
NFC champs.
Yeah.
So in Atlanta, I got Buffalo.
yeah.
I'm not
Good pick.
totally sold on them on being good, but we should keep an eye.
Mm-hmm.
They might finally make it this year.
Mm.
Be
Ooh,
a
that's
time to
big
do it.
talk. That's big talk
Sean,
for
who
the
you got?
Bills.
I'm going with the Bills.
Good
Same
pick.
reason I like Tyrod Taylor. I think he's a winner. I'd like to see the Bills win that division, but we'll see. Patriots don't seem like they're as good as a lot of people thought they would be so far this year.
Yeah, they don't
So
look
I
that great.
mean, and
It's
obviously,
like, well, they lost Logan Ryan, which we thought would be a really big deal. But they're starting to do terrible, but we're not getting any of the cool stuff out of it. So I don't know what's wrong in New England.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Bills capitalize, and I'd like to see them in the playoffs.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
So we're all going with Bills.
I wish
then.
Rex
Yeah.
Ryan was still their coach, though.
That
Yeah.
would, it would be more
Not
fun.
doing backup Monday night football games.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, he's fine at that too, but I
It
like
would
him
be
as a
more
coach.
fun.
You know,
Yeah.
I think Tyrod Taylor's the best quarterback he's had in his career. I mean,
Yeah. Mark Sanchez at
Geno
one point.
Smith. Come
I
on,
would
man.
I would take Tyrod Taylor over both of those guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
me
true.
too.
Me too. But I'm thinking at one point Mark Sanchez they were talking about him.
They just had a really good team. That Jets defense, those
True.
couple of years was
True.
incredible. You know, and they had
They had a-
Santonio Holmes and
And they had an awesome line. That line was pretty good too.
yeah.
Next up, Panthers at Lions.
Ooh.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm taking the Lions on this one. I feel like Stafford's gonna tear up that defense.
Same here.
I think he does. I
You
think he's
mean-
going to.
The defense that handled Tom Brady and all them?
No,
Yeah.
come on.
No, I'm
They
not
just
kidding.
beat New England
Tom
at
Brady
home.
put up 30 points on.
Yeah,
them.
I mean,
Yeah, but I mean, they held their own.
they won the game, but it wasn't. I don't think it was the defense that won that game. But their team won the game. I think Stafford's gonna put up another.
We're talking about
another
Matt
30 points on
Stafford.
him.
Yeah.
And I think the Lions' defense is much better than the Pats.
And
All right,
I-
I just wanted to hear you just were totally convinced with Detroit.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was weird that a team that just knocked off New England.
Knocked off New England. You
Not
mean
knocked
the
off. Yeah.
losing record New England Patriots right now?
The 500 record tied with Tennessee. In the AFC.
Are you kidding me? Is 500 a winning record in Belichick's regime?
I don't think 3-1's a winning record.
Me neither.
No, well, not to him
Especially
anyway.
not 500. I think he's thinking about
Are they
benching
2-2
Tom
now?
Brady right now. Yeah.
Why would he bench Brady? He needs to bench everyone on defense. Though.
Their defense is just awful.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It went
that's
from
why I
like
think-
top 5 to like worse.
So
They're
it sounds
bad.
like Paul's taking the Panthers.
No, I'm going with
Oh.
Detroit. The Lions defense.
Yeah.
Stafford's good, but the defense
Yeah.
is like top 5 right now. And I've got him on my fantasy team, and I keep benching him for the Chiefs, and it's pissing me off.
Better get it together.
But I know if I put the Lions in, they're gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, that's
So I'm just gonna keep them on the bench and just make my pick with them.
good
That,
job.
but that was my point. Is I think Stafford's going to put up similar points, and I just think that the Lions' defense is going to shut down Cam Newton and the Pats. Plus, Cam Newton's got distractions going on now. He had to make an apology this week. No one
Now
knows
he's a
that.
Yeah.
sexist.
Yeah.
What do you got said?
I remember my pick. I said the
Yours?
Lions. I said the Lions.
Lions. We got Lions. All right.
Yeah, I had my pick, and then Paul convinced me otherwise, and then he changed his mind, and so now.
I never changed my mind.
Well-
I just thought it was kind of
Well, you brought up a good
jump
point.
straight to the Lions.
I'm
Yeah,
not saying-
no, he
I'm not
brought
saying
up a
it's a
good
bad
point. And I was
point.
like, yeah, well, maybe.
I don't think it's a game changer.
Yeah, you know what? I think overall the Panthers just have more talent. I'm gonna go with Carolina.
All right.
Ooh.
Sean's sticking his nose out there on that one.
Ooh,
Um,
that's gonna be a good game.
Looking for Kelvin Benjamin.
Yes.
What's he doing?
Kelvin Benjamin. Paging Kelvin Benjamin.
What you doing, man?
They could put him at tight end. I saw he showed up for training camp like 260, 270.
Yep.
They
They were
made,
like-
they made a
Okay.
meme about Queen Latifah trying out for the NFL.
They were not
Awful.
having
That
it.
is awful.
When he showed up, they were like, not at all. And they put him through the works.
Yeah.
They got that weight off of him.
Real quick.
Yeah.
All right. So Titans at Dolphins.
Dun, 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 dun,
The
dun.
Titans in Miami against Keller. We all know who
Do
I'm
you
taking.
wanna-
I'm taking the Titans.
Well, let's hear at least why.
I think that Cutler's gonna just continue to shit the bed at this point. I think he had that one good game, and then all of a sudden he's just gonna coast at the lowest common denominator. I mean, come on, he can't have that much expected out of him. Miami. He's the $10 million man.
Moving on.
I think that the
Castle's gonna have his.
I think that the Dolphins are gonna win because the reason why is because I think Jay Cutler is better than Matt Flynn and Brandon Weeden.
Matt Flynn
Matt
and
Flynn.
Bandon Whedon.
I thought you said Bandit Weeded.
It's Matt
Yeah,
Castle
Bandit.
and Brandon Whedon, and in Matt Castle, I think he's going to have a career game.
Where are we at?
Career game.
Career.
Hopefully
better,
not for
better,
picks,
better than he
'cause
was.
that's
Hold on.
Better than he was
Hold
in
on.
New England.
We're gonna punch that. All right. Who is it? Matt Castle and Brandon Weeden. All right. You picking?
I don't know. You said Matt Castle
Wait,
and Brandon
yeah,
Whedon. I
wait,
thought you were
yeah,
about
what
to like,
about-
No,
drop
Dolphins
some-
are gonna win. I said the Dolphins
I just
think-
thought you were about to drop some shit.
Wait,
Yeah.
why do you think the Dolphins are going to
because Jay Cutler is better than
win?
Matt Castle and Brandon Weeden.
You
Okay.
think he's better? All right.
Yes.
I think he's better too. But like I said earlier, this is Matt Castle's. All right, man. Can we make the playoffs, or should we just go do something else on Sundays?
Mhm.
This is his chance. Because if he does bad, then they're gonna put Whedon in,
Ooh.
and I'm gonna watch it. I'm just gonna get really fucked up every time. But you know what?
Yes.
This is the team to lose Mariota to. Dolphins are gonna lose, but it won't be worth watching. I'm not gonna go out to a place to watch it.
You're gonna watch it
Embarrass
from the
myself. Yeah. Titans 13-7.
Oh, calling a shot.
You're calling your shot.
13-7. And our touchdown is gonna be off a Jay Cutler pick, and then we're just gonna get some suck up field goals.
That is what I'm talking about. That sounds like a good game.
Here's the
shit.
deal.
That would be, you know what? That would be fun to watch. I feel like.
Yeah,
you need to
But
watch
if
that.
you can do the game with like 20 of 30 for 180 yards, one interception, no touchdown, I'll be okay.
I am going with the Titans.
No, really.
Yeah. I think it'll be a good game for the running game.
That's a good point.
You gotta give me kind of high.
We got a unanimous pick for the Titans.
No, we
Do
don't.
we, no, Dolphins.
Oh, you picked that. Damn it.
I'm
There's
I
always
gotta
some
write that
asshole
down.
every week.
All right. Well, I mean, he might be rubbing our noses in it,
Hey.
but I still don't think so. I don't think.
We should have a bet. Who's the first one to pick against Tennessee?
What do you mean?
He already did.
No, between us two.
Oh,
We're a little
between two of us.
biased.
Oh.
No. That's not good.
That wouldn't be. Pull up real quick. Pull up Tennessee's schedule.
That wouldn't be.
I can tell you
Yeah.
right now when I'm going to pick against Tennessee.
That would okay.
Especially,
Okay, let's do it
especially
right now so
especially
that we
because
can
we
call
get
it.
we get to see Castle play because he's
We're the only ones that care about Matt
Mariota
Castle.
at least has the. I mean, we saw it more than once already this season, and we don't know if we're going to see it again this season. But we already saw that he is a dual threat quarterback. Matt Castle is not. There's no chance Matt Castle is going to tuck it and run, at least not for good yardage, and not without sliding.
He had a rushing touchdown against Houston last year, didn't he?
That Pittsburgh
Peyton
game.
fucking Manning has had rushing touchdowns.
So
True.
That Pittsburgh game is the only game I can see you guys probably.
I think
losing.
also with Matt Castle being better, I think Eric Decker's going to be better.
God, it's definitely not going to be the next 3 games. We got,
No,
we
I'm
got
not-
Indy,
I will not
Cleveland, and then Baltimore.
If I
Ooh,
pick
that
against
Baltimore
us,
might be a
I
good one.
promise you, it will never
Be
ever
against the
beat
Steelers?
Baltimore. No, well, Steelers are gonna probably win, but that's where I got us losing against the Steelers.
Nah, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm going with the Titans against the Steelers. Most likely, like I said, we got it. We
We
still
got
haven't
Thursday
seen
night though. It's a night game.
Is it?
The Steelers? Yeah, the Steelers is Thursday.
That's not
Thursday
bad.
night. That isn't bad.
That's
It's
a nice schedule,
It's in
though.
Pittsburgh. But
Oh,
yeah,
and it's in Pittsburgh?
But
That's
I'll tell you
tough.
right now. If I don't call it at Steelers, it'll be the next time we play the Texans.
No,
Ooh.
yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
And we're gonna be
Okay, so we're both on
gonna
Steelers.
be well, yeah. It'll be whether or not we pick the Steelers over the Titans for Thursday night. And
Well,
to be,
we can't
we don't do
pick until Matt Castle.
and we don't do Thursday night picks. That's one of the issues with our pick'ems being recorded on Fridays.
Well, we
would
can
have,
always
have to stretch.
We might have to make a stretch
the
pick.
week before.
I mean, if you guys want to do that, that's another pick. We
I
didn't
was
do that
thinking
last
about that
week.
too.
We have to do it for our 0-1 teams.
That's true.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. I got a
Alright,
We
Thursday
gotta
night game
always pick
coming
the
up too.
Redskins, and we always gotta pick the Cowboys.
I got-
Bonus points if we get Cowboys Redskins.
That's November 30th.
We
Yeah,
did
it happens every year.
boys.
Because
Happens
then
every year.
we get to look like assholes to one of them.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
did boys.
Unless we
This will be a
split
good
it
one.
between the two
Whedon
of us.
boys.
We
Them boys.
Whedon.
Whedon boys.
All right.
Now
Okay,
Whedon boys.
Hunt.
All right, so the next one up is Cardinals and Eagles. You got the Boyds.
Battle of the Birds.
I'm sure
Carson
Atlanta
Wentz.
fans would get pissed
And
about
this
us saying that.
Carson
And
Wentz.
this one I like the boys.
I'm
Caca.
I'm picking.
Boys.
You're picking the
Philly.
Cardinals. You're picking Philly.
I am picking
Wentz?
Philly. Yes, Carson Wentz is playing. Pretty
moves
well
good.
right now. Yeah, he does really move well.
Philly's my pick for the division, and there's just something sloppy about Arizona carrying over from last year.
Yeah, very like.
And until I
at the
see
end of
any
the year.
improvement, I'm not feeling the Cardinals.
Yeah, the Cardinals' luck is just running out. You know.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
You're
I'm
all
going Eagles.
wrong. You're all wrong this
Really?
week. I'm going with Cardinals. Cardinals got it.
All right,
I think
that's your redemption for the
they're playing well.
Diamondbacks Dodgers.
Like I said, man, 4-0 was the score in the second, and 4-0 is
Can we
probably
get
going to be the final.
Can we get an update on that?
We can, I'm sure.
Updated.
I'm sure. Billy himself.
We should
Can I
be
get another
updating
one of
it
those?
more often.
Did
I
we
feel.
get all of the picks?
We
for
should be. I
Cards,
mean,
Eagles?
the MLB's happening right,
Did you-
right, you know,
did you
right in front
I
of us.
picked
I think
Eagles,
next
yeah.
Friday we should definitely stay more on it.
Yeah, I'm the
Ooh,
only.
1 to
I'm the
6.
only one.
The boys.
I'm the only one picking the Cardinals here.
Okay.
Yeah, 6-1 Dodgers, 1-6.
All right. What's the next one?
Next one up is Ravens in Oakland at
Raiders.
Ooh.
Ravens at Raiders.
I'm going Raiders, man.
Ooh.
EJ Manuel, Florida State, taking the reins. You just watch.
Is EJ starting?
I think that's the
Well, yeah,
plan.
'cause
Derek
Carr's
Carr's
out.
out.
Who's the backup for Carr? Or EJ Manuel?
EJ Manuel.
Okay, my bad. I thought you were talking
Ooh.
about the.
He just got beat out by Tyrod Taylor in Buffalo, you know, but he's a pretty good quarterback.
I'm
He's a fat
kinda.
guy quarterback. I like
A
him.
fat guy?
He's kind of a fat
Oh.
guy.
He's not
How
Leftwich
could
fat
you?
though.
How could you?
You know what? I
Billy,
think
pull
I'm-
up a picture of EJ Manuel, peak physical
And
condition.
put it next to a picture of
Jamarcus Russell.
Of Jared Lorenzen, the hefty lefty. You guys seen that?
Yeah, he played for Kentucky.
Yeah.
No, that was a big QB.
Yeah, he was.
He didn't make it into the NFL though, did he?
No, he
got
made it in
drafted.
the Marino Football League.
No, he played
thing.
for the Giants. He was a backup D line.
Is that right? Look at him.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Oh,
Damn.
the River Monsters. That's got to be him
That
now.
EJ Manuel?
That's bigger than he was in college.
Yeah,
That is definitely bigger than he was in
The
college.
River
Hey, look at him in
Monsters.
Kentucky. There,
No, I saw
it's a
something
picture down there
recently.
right there.
He was 500 pounds, I think. Is what it said.
What?
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
You
That
ain't
is
sacking
huge.
his ass.
No, he's not going down easy. That's for sure. Someone trying to tackle him at his weight.
He
Look
looks
at,
alright
look at
there.
EJ. Look at him.
He looked fat in Buffalo.
How dare you?
But anyway, I
He's
got,
got
a
a
little
fat
off topic
face.
there.
He's got a fat face.
Yeah.
Let's throw it out there.
The
man.
Raiders'
Let's throw it out there
offenses
easy.
look like trash 2 weeks in a row.
Trash.
They played some
Right.
good defense. I wouldn't even call Washington. I'd call them a good defense.
Washington's a pretty good. I think Norman's injured now, but Washington's
Yeah,
been
lung
playing
damage.
pretty good.
The Broncos is kind of understandable, but the fact is that y'all have been playing bad, and now you've lost your best player.
Yeah,
So it'd be silly to pick against the Ravens.
and I absolutely agree.
Really? So both of y'all are going with Baltimore on that one.
Mm-hmm.
I am going with Baltimore for the same exact reason. Derek Carr's not there.
Best player on the team.
EJ Manuel
It
might
just
be
means
able to
they're
do a
gonna
little
lean
bit
on
of
beast
something.
mode, man. I think they're gonna lean on beast mode.
When was the last time you were able to lean on beast mode?
Definitely
Even
wasn't
in
last
Seattle.
Week. Definitely wasn't. Our over/under was 65 yards, and he didn't even. Get
I'm
a
talking
fraction
about
of that.
even in Seattle. When was the last time you were able to lean on him? They
Not
were
Before
last
Wilson.
season.
They should.
they were spelling him the whole time. So
Really, once they traded for Jimmy Graham, from there it was a gradual downhill for Marshawn. They fucked up, man. They traded their Pro Bowl starting center for Jimmy Graham, who's just another guy on
Not
that
doing
team. You know, I
anything.
mean, he's-
They don't utilize their
haven't-
tight end the same way that he was utilized in
Not at all.
New Orleans.
I
so
don't know.
He's not gonna have the same stats at all.
And Russell Wilson's no Drew Brees.
nope, that's what they thought he was going to be.
I think the Ravens are that bad. I think that they might be the first team that Beast Mode gets to really come back against.
Ooh.
And he gets to do it in Oakland. So not only do I think the Raiders are going to win, but I think he's going to dance around like the last time that they were
That's true
they
too.
were good enough one. So that's another split decision.
This is going to be a good week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The next one up is Seahawks at Rams. I'm gonna go ahead and pick that one right now. The Seahawks played really well this last week. I think they're gonna be keeping it hot. They're gonna be playing against a hot 25,300 fans.
No.
Most of them Seattle fans,
But
most
they're
likely.
winning fans.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think the Seahawks are gonna win there, and I think also that it'll be one of those things you look in the stands and you realize that there's more Seahawks fans there than Rams fans.
I think the Rams are going to win this game because Jared Goff has been playing okay. And I think he'll be able to do a little bit of something against this defense, especially with
How many interceptions do you give him
in this game.
in this game? How many interceptions do you think he's gonna throw?
Maybe 2.
You think you're gonna give him?
I'll give him 1.5.
1.5 interceptions. That's a good over under.
I will give Jared Goff 0 interceptions.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, 0.
Is there someone injured on Seattle's defense that I'm not knowing about?
No.
Are you just
I
underestimating the
believe
Legion?
that you're right about the Seahawks fans outnumbering the Rams.
Right, yeah.
It might be a little mini Seahawks home game.
Yeah.
Right.
They looked really good, but it was against the Colts, and then after how we played against Houston,
Right.
and then we beat Seattle.
Oh, this is.
Rams are
true.
playing good. They just beat a pretty good Dallas team
Mm-hmm.
in Dallas.
No, we're garbage.
No, don't. You're not gonna make me change my mind.
No, we're garbage. We need Tony.
So
You
don't-
do need Tony. You need him out of that broadcast booth.
It ain't happening.
Personally, I think
Just
you do.
watch. Everything's going
No.
perfectly
wanna know
according
why?
to my plan.
But
You wanna know why?
What's up?
Because everyone loves Tony Romo now.
I know.
we do like Tony Romo.
I still hate.
I
his
hate him
guts.
personally because we're 0-1 when he's our
I hate his.
broadcaster.
I hate his guts. I hate his guts.
I like
but
him as a
there's people that
broadcaster.
Like him
I don't
now.
want him to be back on the football
He's
field.
impressive. I don't mind listening to him.
He's
He's
finally
better.
getting praise
He's
instead
better
of
than
being
Sims.
shitted on.
He's what he does. He does the opposite of what we hate broadcasters doing, and he'll call out broadcast. Like for
And
example,
he gets it right.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And when he
doesn't
gets
say
it, and when he
stupid
gets it,
shit.
and when he
has
gets it,
said 0 stupid shit.
which is awesome. But when he does, I think there's a video out there of him getting it wrong where he calls it, and it was like what he called they faked and did something else, and he was like, "Do you see why that fake worked? They had me." You know what I mean? And it's just one of those things where broadcasters today don't do that.
Yeah.
And there might be a reason for that because you'll end up getting
John
those
Gruden.
fans. You'll end up getting those fans that are like, okay, but technically speaking, every time he says that, he's like, this percentage right or wrong. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. John Gruden does.
But anyway, Rams.
This guy.
Rams by I wouldn't be surprised if they. I wouldn't say blow them out like holy
A
fuck,
couple of
it's second
touchdowns.
quarter and this is But if it was like 34-17, I could see that.
Wow.
Yeah, it hurts me because I have Doug Baldwin. Hopefully he still does good for fantasy. But Rams, I think I'm with Paul.
Yeah.
And I'm with you about Jared Goff also. I would not be surprised for him
0.
to have a good game. Rams always play the Seahawks good.
Wait,
like the past
good?
3 or 4 years, they've had some good close games.
Yeah.
Good
that
as in
is-
0 interceptions. Good though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
I'm interested.
I want to put it over under there then. All right. Over under 1 interception then. It was going to be 1.5 until you both went 0.
Under.
So both of you guys are going under. I know
Under.
that, but I'm going over.
How about over under 2 touchdowns?
Ooh.
We'll do both.
We
Okay.
could do both.
I give him
do
2
both.
touchdowns.
So okay, over under 0.5 interception. So does he get one or
Over.
not? Does he get one or not? Basically,
He gets
Probably over.
0.
I say
You
over.
guys are saying not get an interception. We're going. He's
I'm-
definitely going to get an
No, I'll
interception.
go over. I think
I'm feeling the
might throw
Cali.
You
one.
think he'll throw one?
He might throw one.
All right.
Off of like maybe a deflection.
That's
He's
still an
focused.
interception.
There's a lot of they were talking a lot of shit about him about being a bust already,
He ready.
and now he comes out. I don't know what his stats are, but he's not looking bad on the highlight stuff I'm watching.
No, he's not. We played him and he looked pretty good.
And
We
then-
beat him, but he looked pretty good.
And then Paul, you said over under 2 touchdowns.
I'll give him over on that.
Ooh,
You're gonna give him over on 2 touchdowns.
under.
Under 2 touchdowns.
He's gonna rely on Todd.
I think you're also correct there. I'm gonna give him under 2 touchdowns. Sean.
Goff
Yeah.
under.
Ooh, give me that extra tiebreaker.
I think it'll be a fairly low scoring game. Might be like 20-17 or 17-14, something like that.
Gotcha.
Underestimating that offense.
All right, so
Number
here's
one in
another,
the league in points.
here's another big one. Packers in Dallas.
What do you think, Jay?
What do I think?
Yeah.
I think there's something. Can someone tell me? Is there like I believe it's injuries that's wrong with the Packers offensive line right now, because I've never seen Aaron Rodgers go down so many times as he did last week.
Yeah. Even
That and the week
even
before.
the Bengals messed him up pretty bad.
Right, and the week before, I mean.
And who's that that edge rusher out there in Dallas who's tearing it up right now?
DeMarcus Lawrence.
Got
Yeah.
the-
He leads the league.
yeah.
Yeah, I might change my pick off. of
Right,
that.
because it's one of those things where it's like right here naturally I really want to just pick the Packers, especially after the Cowboys what they did last week. But the way their offensive line is playing, if you don't give Aaron Rodgers time, he's not going to do anything. So I'm gonna go Cowboys at home here. I'm gonna go Cowboys at home. I don't think the offensive line in Green Bay is doing what they need to do to keep Rodgers up long enough to do those mid to deep balls.
I disagree. I think that Aaron Rodgers is like a different era. Well, no, they're from the same era. That Big Ben extend the play with your legs type thing. You know, open the pocket up type thing. Let him, fix broken plays. That's Aaron Rodgers.
Does it the best too.
He does it really well, and then like he can he throws the ball with so much accuracy and so he has so much power behind that arm. That's why I'm like he's gonna tear the Cowboys apart, and then I think he's gonna be able to do it. I think he's gonna be able to extend plays long enough for him to make the plays that he's gonna need to make. Because what's the guy's name again? DeMarco Lawrence. That's
DeMarcus, yeah.
DeMarcus Lawrence. That boy is serious. Like he was scared. He was beaten. Like I'm dreading Trent Richardson going up against him. Not Trent Williams. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Going up
I was
against
like,
him.
wait,
I'm
what?
not even worried about that.
Trent Williams going up against him when we play Dallas, because he's just blowing by people and just like so much speed and power. But it's the wizard. Aaron Rodgers, Mr. Double Check. I'm going for the baddest man alive. Green Bay Packers are going to beat the Cowboys by 16 touchdowns. No, I'm just kidding.
This was the best playoff game last year.
I remember that.
This was down to the wire. They always play super good games, I feel.
What, Dallas and Green
Yeah.
Bay?
And
Yeah.
when Dez caught that pass,
Something like that.
You know what? He
Okay.
did. But anyway, this even goes back. Y'all remember when Aaron Rodgers got in against Dallas? Favre had never won there or some shit, but he got hurt. Then Aaron Rodgers came in and cleaned up.
I didn't know that.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, talking about some piece of trivia.
And you're telling me Dallas isn't still sour about that shit?
oh, they're so sour.
Oh, yeah. But I'm going to go back to last week where you said you see him starting 3-4.
Yep.
This is not the team to try to do good on. Green Bay.
He said not the team to try to do good on. You better be good, damn it.
Yeah, there's a few things. We don't really run well against 3-4s, which is what the Broncos were, and that was part of the reason. The other reason is they're just the best defense in the league.
Yeah, they're killing it.
But 3-4s we don't really run well against. Yeah, I thought we'd start out the first 6 games with a losing record, and I still think that it'll probably be a fairly high scoring game, but I'm going with Packers.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Man,
It's,
how'd that feel?
It hurts. So bad.
I'm the only one
You
that
know,
picked Cowboys here.
Last year, we almost beat him. They threw like an interception late. Aaron Rodgers did. Like, we were super close. But we just fucked up. We got off to a slow start in the playoffs. And it's pretty much
You'll get them
the
next
same
time.
team, you
You'll
know?
get them next time.
Yeah.
Get the
Trademarked.
next one.
Raising hell, taking L.
Trademarked.
So next up is Chiefs at Texans. Chiefs in Houston. Texas looks hot, but so do the Chiefs.
That's what I'm saying. That's why this is my game to watch out for.
Right.
This is the game to watch. This is
Right.
going to be a good game, or at least it on paper it
I hope
looks
it's a
like
good
that.
game.
Me too.
I'll be honest. I'm looking forward to watching this.
What time does this game come on?
What is it? 3:25? Is that?
I mean, Tony Romo's calling it.
Tony!
Hey, we gotta watch this.
Yeah, we do.
We gotta come over. You guys need to come over and watch it.
Yeah, that's
We
what
get
we
Yeah.
wings or something.
I was about to. I was thinking the same
It's about
thing.
But who you got?
Grant.
Who you got?
I am, man. I took the Texans in this one, and that was hard. But it's one of those things where the Chiefs are due a loss. Once you go on like a streak like this, which is it's a small streak, but it's a streak nonetheless. But
Nah, you look at it.
4-0.
It's a streak.
yeah,
It's
4-0, and
I
think
personally think
they
you're
do a
sour
loss.
about
not really, because like I said,
because
like,
I
the Chiefs are a
say
good
mean
team.
things about your team, and then Houston blows us out, and it was kind of like your and then the Chiefs beat you.
I didn't do any of that.
I feel like you may have,
I didn't.
and I feel like at home after what Deshaun Watson, he's not doing bad at all,
He's doing great.
and the Chiefs aren't gonna go undefeated,
Mm.
and I think they're gonna win. Man, I think Houston. My bad.
Yeah.
I got Houston as well.
Oh,
Ooh.
Cedric,
criticizing me
Cedric
for
is
going
salty.
the Jags
No.
About,
twice in a row.
because he...
I
he-
didn't pick Houston twice in a row.
I know,
I'm
but
sorry,
I mean,
my-
still. Sorry. Go ahead, Sean.
I know Cedric
I don't
wanted to
have a
pick the
helmet in my
Texans
house.
last week because of Deshaun. He almost did it.
Yeah.
So I think that's why he wants to pick him this week. Because he wants to be right, but I don't think it's going to be the same. I think the Chiefs are going to shut him down, man.
Nah.
Chiefs are
Sword
shutting
in my
him down.
side.
It's another split decision. I like it. I like
Ooh,
the split
like
decisions.
I'm ready for that
This
game.
is gonna be
Like I don't know what linebacker, I don't know what player on defense at all can cover Travis Kelce for the Texans. Like
Yeah.
Brian
Wait,
Cushing
he's
Brian
so
Cushing is
good.
still suspended. Like I don't think there's anybody back there.
PPEs for Brian Cushing.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. You could just tell.
He was.
They'll
kinda
probably
low.
put
Listen to him speak. Like, that
Merciless
guy's
is
on
like
point.
he can rush, but he like actually plays low key, like good coverage.
Yeah.
I don't know how he'll do against Kelsey, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
think-
the
I
guy
feel
that
like-
no one ever talks about, and his last name's Merciless, and no one
Yeah.
talks about this guy.
I feel like you got to put a safety on Kelsey, man. He's like their best receiver.
You gotta have. It has to be a big safety though.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Eric Berry, well, I guess he plays for
Oh,
the Chiefs,
man.
so oops. He'd be like the only safety I would feel like could cover Travis Kelce.
All
Maybe
right.
Cam Chancellor.
And that's what I was thinking just now too. Maybe Cam. Maybe
Yeah.
Cam.
And
would
you have to
probably
keep
be-
like popping his ass the whole game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
You
got
have to basically bounty him.
You got it. Ooh.
That'd be a good matchup.
That's a good way to put it.
Basically, you not like go for his head and do some
Try
shit
to,
while he's
not
down,
like
but
try
like
to take him out.
try to hit him as
You
hard as
mean
possible. You can't
Get
wrap
in
him
his
up.
head. Get in his head.
Yeah,
That's what
make
you're
him
saying. Yeah.
realize he's a little bitch.
Ooh.
Make him get in his own head.
Has a fucking E show. Give me a break.
He started
I
selling
think
grills.
Mitch Trubisky is starting this week for
He
the
is
Bears.
starting.
Is that right?
Ooh, yeah.
In Chicago.
Trubisky area.
Good
in
segue
Chicago.
because I'm picking the Bears to beat the Vikings.
Ooh. That's just a. You know, I'm gonna say it again. It's a bold pick.
Hey,
It's a bold pick with the way
That's
the
what-
Bears are playing.
that's what I'm about. Mitch is
'Cause
ready to
I'm
go.
gonna go ahead and tell you right now. I think the Vikings are gonna crush them.
Crush him.
I think.
Crush?
I think it's gonna crush. I think they're gonna.
They
Crush.
just
I think
lost
The,
Dalvin.
I think the Bears are that bad.
Dalvin.
They just lost their like main source of offense.
That was
right
it.
Now.
Who are they gonna do now? Are they gonna call Adrian Peterson
They're
back?
still
Bradford's still
using
on
Case
IR.
Keenum.
Ain't gonna happen. Adrian
Bradford is still
Peterson's
gone.
down in New Orleans getting his
Wait,
groove
Cook's,
back.
Cook's,
That actually
Cook's gone. I had to
wouldn't
drop
be a
him
bad
on my
idea.
fantasy. He's gone for good. He's
Yeah,
gone all
He's
season.
out. Goodbye.
Who's his backup?
Latavius Murray.
The
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
is that?
But the Bears.
Is it the
also,
line though? Here's the question though.
All right.
In Minnesota, was it Cook or was it his line? Because if it was his line, his backup should be
It
able to
was
step
Cook.
in and do the same thing.
It was Cook.
I'll be
You
honest,
mean,
I didn't.
Florida
I didn't.
State?
No, his line. The line
Oh,
of
In
the Vikings
Minnesota,
line.
I'm saying the
Oh,
Vikings
Minnesota
line.
line.
I'm
Okay.
saying is it his line that is making him good this season?
No.
so far.
I think it was Dalvin.
No,
That has
I think
made
he's pretty
him
good.
Actually, it's a better way to put it.
He reminded me of Barry Sanders when he
No
running
shit.
back.
I'll be honest. I don't think I saw one
You
highlight.
couldn't, after losing
Neither
Adrian
did I,
Peterson, you
honestly.
couldn't
I didn't see a
have
single
picked a
highlight
better
from him.
replacement.
Yeah, that was such a good replacement. They
You couldn't have gone
they-
any better.
You know, they've always been able to kind of pick low key fucking good running.
They got him in the
backs.
second round, man. That was,
Yeah.
he was
It was a
projected
steal.
first round for sure.
But you know, running backs are
God,
starting to
I'm
become
gonna
that.
change my
That's
pick now.
starting to become their round. You know,
I really don't want to
what's that?
change my pick. I don't want to
What?
to the Bears
Do it.
because I think y'all are right. I'm gonna
Because
be honest. I think
Mitch
y'all are
Trubisky's gonna start and he's gonna come out like a freaking.
I like
whirlwind.
Trubisky. Do you guys watch any of his
They
stuff
lost.
in the preseason?
Yeah, he looked
He
good.
can move.
He
I
tore the
saw him.
Titans up.
I saw him throwing on the run and like running with the ball.
God,
Yeah.
He can move pretty good.
Yeah,
More than what I saw
But
at UNC.
The
yeah.
Bears also lost Trevathan to that
What, for
pretty
two-
evil hit, but it was
he's
really
coming
cool.
back in
It was
like not
cool,
this week, but the next
but it
week
was evil as fuck. You're
Yeah,
right.
he's gone.
What,
and that's
for
like
two
their main
games?
dude on defense.
for 2 games, right?
Yeah, dude.
But the Vikings offense we just talked about is basically
Done.
diminished.
Done
I'm
with
taking
Bradford's
Bears
gone.
with the, I guess, upset at home.
Would you call it an upset?
It's
I would-
Trubisky's
I mean-
first start.
I mean, to be honest, I don't
They
know where
played
Vegas
Atlanta
has
well.
it. I don't know where Vegas has it, but I feel like in my head, the Vikings right now, power rankings wise, would seem like a much better team. I didn't put 2 and 2 together with them losing Cook though, having their quarterback on the IR.
Change your pick.
I did. I'm Owen Bears. I'm pretty sure we're unanimous
Yeah.
on that one.
Bears played the Atlanta Falcons really well with
Yeah.
Glennon.
But we are down to the last game that we're gonna pick today,
All right.
and it's actually no. If we're gonna stretch to the Thursday game, it's not.
All right,
What's the next Thursday
What is the
game?
Thursday? What's the Thursday night game for next week?
So we have to play like Super Wizard.
Eagles at Panthers.
Eagles.
Eagles at
Huh?
Panthers.
I mean, it's
Oh,
hard to
that's
make
right,
this
next
pick
week.
because I don't know how this week's gonna go. It's
Right, and
all
that's
I'm
and
worried
that's
about.
that's kind of one of those things that
Is it
we're just
Eagles
kinda
at
stretching it.
Panthers or versus Panthers?
At
Eagles
Panthers.
at Panthers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, how about this? We have by Monday to change our pick. We all have that Facebook Messenger thing. So if anything happens over the weekend, during this weekend, like Cam Newton gets knocked out for a few games, or you know, you get what I'm saying, like.
So
or
the
Carson-
Thursday pick is tentative. You have until Monday to change it.
Yeah, and
Because then when I go to post it, I can say something along the lines of something being changed.
yeah, put that in
Okay,
there.
that sounds good to me. It works. But so if we're picking it,
I just wrote Friday dash Eagles. And now I can
yeah,
keep
I'm
up
gonna
if
go. You know, I'm not picking Eagles this week, and
Don't
I
worry,
think I
three
feel like I
people
might
just
might
yawned.
end up regretting it. So I'm gonna go Eagles again for that Thursday game.
Panthers. It's always been the Panthers. That's me.
That's the plot line.
Jonathan
Do you
Stewart.
guys wait? Have you made your
I'm
pick?
gonna see who we pick.
What I pick, I have the Eagles as of now.
Mm.
As of now, but
Right.
Carson Wentz could get in a car wreck. And
Right.
Who knows? But right now, I'm just. Panthers did play really well against New England, but that defense is just ruining New England for me right now. But who knows?
All right. So with the tentative Thursday pick, Cedric
This is our one. I'm gonna go Panthers.
knew it.
I'm gonna go Panthers.
So we got a split.
We got a split.
Nice.
We both go Eagles.
Really
They're
good
both
week
going
coming
Panthers.
up.
Yeah.
So we all
Um,
split as a team.
Well, I'm gonna be honest here. This one's gonna be tough. I have no idea who I'm taking, and I'm gonna wait to hear what you guys are talking about. This
Oh,
is the
you don't want
this
to
is
go
the
first?
this is the something's gotta give bowl, and I'm gonna be honest. The team that has more to prove to their fans right now is the Chargers. The Chargers are under way more pressure, but the Giants are at home.
The Giants won a division last year.
No, but I mean, as far as all the drama surrounding the team, I mean, the Giants. There's the pressure from the fans that's the typical pressure to do well. You know, you're coming off of a winning season. You can continue to have a winning season, and you're 0-4 right now. It's a terrible start. Your fans expect better, but I mean, the Chargers are 0-4, and they just made one of the stupidest moves a
Yeah.
franchise ever made.
Absolutely.
In my opinion, that's an opinion.
No, I agree completely.
right.
There could have been another option to that.
Exactly.
Like not
I-
moving at all. I don't think they should have ever moved San Diego.
I mean, your
I,
your franchise quarterback's telling you he doesn't want to go anywhere.
Yeah.
At least talk to him.
You got Eric Weddle talking shit about you.
Yeah.
I really like what you're saying, and I've had it in my head the whole time. These are both really terrible teams, But if I'm going right now, I think of it as Phillip Rivers versus Eli Manning. And since I chose Phillip Rivers in my fantasy football league, I have to go
John Gruden.
Los Angeles Chargers.
John Gruden's brain is exploding right now. He's like, fuck a fantasy football team.
What about you guys? I'd be completely honest. I'm still completely undecided. What do you guys think?
I'm saying the Chargers are that bad that the Giants are gonna win this. That's the pick I made, and I'm sticking to it.
Sean?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Got the Giants marked right here, but I'm doubting it. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
Ooh, Mr. Benedict Arnold.
I never liked the Giants.
Both teams have a lot to prove. Everyone's healthy, right? We're not ruling out OBJ.
Yeah.
He's back. He's healthy. He's fine. If any of you could name me right now, Phillip Rivers' number one target.
Keenan Allen.
Is that his number one target right now?
Yeah.
What's the Chargers' leading receiver currently in 2017?
They're pretty balanced. They're balanced.
But if it's Keenan Allen, then I'm gonna think about picking the Chargers.
They hadn't played there in years, Paul.
I know, my bad. Who is the not Antonio Gates, but the other tight end?
Hunter Henry.
Yeah, it's probably
Antonio
him.
Gates has actually still caught a couple touchdown passes.
Yeah. He broke a record this year too.
Good.
It is Keenan Allen
Keenan.
by almost 100 yards.
And then Malcolm Floyd, is he on that team?
Tyrell Williams second.
Malcolm Floyd on the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna split this one. I'm gonna go Giants. I think if Eli doesn't win, he's gonna cry. I'm gonna throw it out there too.
You think this is the game that makes him cry?
Like
He always looks like
Team
he's
he
just
bitched
about to
being drafted by.
Yeah, it's gonna be the first time that he goes from looking like he's gonna cry. He's gonna cry. I'm gonna give him at least 2 interceptions as well.
What if it's because he gets like poked in the eye? Though?
Are we doing over-unders on that?
Well, I mean, it seemed. I said I kind of exaggerating on 2 interceptions.
You're exaggerating though.
Not really. I mean, I'm gonna stick by it.
That's
What do you
the
guys want to do? An
over-under.
over/under for 2?
Yeah.
Over/under on 2 interceptions.
You don't have to pick
We've already
two.
made that
Go
over
under.
though.
For
So
who?
it was
Jared Goff.
yeah,
Jared Goff. You want to do it?
That was over under 1 interception.
Let's do
It was only
yards.
gonna get 1 interception.
Let's do yards.
Yards. Ooh.
Hey, pick up.
How about who has more yards?
Can you pull up his
Goff?
average? Eli Manning.
Who has more yards, Goff or Manning? That should be our other side bet.
This year?
Because you don't think that
No, just for the
doing
week.
Rivers v Manning is enticing enough? You don't think that's close enough?
You know, I'll take that. Let's
I'll
do
take that. All right.
Rivers, who's gonna
fuck
have more
off.
yards?
Yeah.
Rivers or Manning?
Yeah,
I like that one. Way
I like that
more.
one.
Okay.
What does Eli throw for so far?
6
Is that
touchdowns.
total
4
yards
picks.
this season so far?
Sorry, got 1,100.
Yeah. What about Rivers?
It's like 2 something a game.
Those 4
Sean,
interceptions.
are you cool with this one?
6 touchdowns.
What's that?
The who's gonna have more yards?
Sure.
Phillip Rivers or Eli Manning this week? Ooh, they're both sitting at 1,100. Eli's got a little bit more.
What is the touchdown INT ratio? 6 and
six-
4.
6 and 4 for both of them.
Is it really?
Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure it's 6 and 4. For
Yeah.
both
All right,
of
so
them.
that's not too far off of a good over/under on who's going to throw for more yards.
We got to do that.
That's a
Yeah.
pick 'em right there.
I like it.
I'm picking Rivers.
I'm also going Rivers.
Rivers.
It's 3 for Rivers.
Jay.
Well, I'm just gonna be the stick in the mud, and I'm gonna say Eli's gonna have more
Yeah.
yards. Eli's gonna have more yards. All right. So at this point, we've picked every game. We have an over/under for Goff, 1 interceptions or 0 interceptions. I think Sean, you changed last minute, so Paul's the only one with saying he's gonna get 0. And then Seahawks and Rams. We got the over/under for 2 TDs. Oh no, that's for both. Wait, that's both. That's both
Yeah, we
for
did his
Goff.
interceptions
And his
touchdowns.
TDs.
Yeah,
Okay.
we did 2 for him.
All right, so everyone went under on 2 TDs except for Paul went over, and then everyone went at least 1 interception except for Paul. Paul, you put a lot of faith into Goff this week.
That's what I'm saying.
I Goff a lot of faith. That wasn't that good.
That was okay. We'll hold on to that one, though.
Paul,
And then our over-
I'm going
our
Goff
only-
over 2 touchdowns.
You're
Trade
going-
the whole thing.
You're going over.
Oh,
Alright.
yeah.
All right.
Sammy Watkins.
I make shit happen.
Oh
Nah.
boy.
And then
Stick with your
boy.
pick, man. I want to be the lone wolf here.
No lone wolf.
we gotta let him.
Not today.
Because you're still the lone wolf on interceptions. You're the only one
I'll
that's
take
gonna
it.
get 0 interceptions. So.
Well, now that I think.
Are we gonna do any other ones? Because I mean we have 3 right now.
That's good.
Rivers and Manning. Who's gonna throw more yards?
So you want to do another one?
And then we got 2 on golf.
What's another one we could do?
That is a very good question. Over under total points on Titans at Dolphins, because you already called your shot on 13-7. You already called so that's 20. So you want to do
I
over
even
under
how it'll happen.
over under 20 total points.
Not
Titans
for
at
that one.
Dolphins. No,
Not
you
for
don't like that one.
Let's do it for the Jets.
The Jets.
Jets versus the Browns.
Jets at the Browns. Over under total points. What do you want to put it at? 20? 21?
Let's do 21.
21. Over under
Okay.
21 total points.
Okay.
Jets at Browns.
I'm gonna take the under.
I'm going under on that one.
Over, sir.
Ooh, nice split. Paul and I are both under 21 points. Sean and Cedric are both over. I think that's time, ladies and gentlemen.
What is it over already?
No,
Do we have
it's
a
the
theme
over
song
one.
that fades out?
We will.
Why don't we
I mean,
just?
it might be fading out right now.
Why
at
don't
this
we
point.
just do it? Why don't we just do it as a group? 1, 2,
Why
3.
do you pick
I'm-
me up?
We'll
Oh, we'll get the next one.